All right, guys, let's get going. The draft has started. Let's react to all the different picks and also just watch this together. It's a crazy night already. Some surprise picks have already happened. Let's get going. It's the Hoops Nerd Show. All right, guys, we're ready to just get started here. There have already been two surprise picks to me. Let's just recap what's happened so far. So, I'm gonna pull up the NBA draft board right now. The first three picks went exactly about as every mock draft out there, everyone thought that you had Cade let's see. Gosh, I'm so excited I can't even hardly remember. You have, let's see. Let me pull this up. You have Cunningham going 1, you have Jalen Green going 2, and you have and Evan Mobley going number 3. Let me pull this up so I can get the right. Let's see. Okay. Let's see, guys. All right. Okay, so Cade Cunningham goes number 1, Jalen Green 2, and Evan Mobley goes number 3. That was how everyone expected it. And it goes chalk at that point. And then things go different because everyone had Jalen Suggs going number 4 to Toronto, and the first surprise of the night is that they go with Scotty Barnes. Now, Cade Cunningham is going to be fantastic. I mean, that guy is going to be phenomenal. We had heard trade rumors that he possibly might be like the Sixer, or not the Sixers, the Oklahoma City Thunder had talked about possibly moving to number 1 with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and the number 6 to try to get to number 1. And Detroit was very smart not to do that because Cade Cunningham has a chance to be really special. Number 2 is Jalen Green, and that guy, that's a nice pick for Houston. If you're a Houston fan, you got to be happy with that because he is going to be a scorer and he's going to be a lot of fun on that team. I love Jalen Green. This is one of those drafts where I think the top 4 picks, and I thought they were the top 4, are like no-brainers, and like all 4 teams come away happy because Evan Mobley at number 3 is going to be incredible. Like Evan Mobley at number 3 to the Cleveland Cavaliers is going to be a fantastic player. Go watch the tape. He's going to be phenomenal. His ability to defend, he is a playmaker on offense, can do things on the offensive end that can do so much for any team. And then you look at his defense, he's got like Rudy Gobert upside on the defensive end, but then you have like incredible upside for the offense, and the guy is going to fill out. Like the guy is going to get stronger. He is going to be a dominant force at some point in this draft. So 1, 2, 3, nice picks for all 3. You could argue, switching Jalen Green or Evan Mobley at 1, and you're going to be okay. But I think Cade Cunningham at 1 is the best pick. Jalen Green at 2 because it's just hard to find guys like that can just get buckets. Like sometimes in the draft or in the playoffs, you just need a guy that can get you a bucket. And Jalen Green can do that for you. Fantastic for Houston. They've got their number 1 scoring threat now. And that's great. And then you've got, like we said, you've got Evan Mobley to the Cavaliers at number 3, which I think is a fantastic pick. That guy is going to win a lot of games. Honestly, of these 3 teams, I think Cleveland gets better faster because of how much Evan Mobley is going to affect things on the defensive end. But then we get the surprise of the night to me, absolutely changes everything in my opinion. Scotty Barnes at number 4 instead of Jalen Suggs. And in my opinion, and Toronto fans, you can tell me what you want, I think Jalen Suggs has a chance to be the best player in this draft. That guy is just absolutely going to be on this. I mean, Orlando's got to be ecstatic. Orlando getting Jalen Suggs at 5 and not having to pick another power forward like Scotty Barnes who can't shoot, they've got to be so happy, so incredibly happy. It is absolutely phenomenal that they get that. Guys, I've got chips and salsa tonight. We are going the long haul tonight to follow this. But Scotty Barnes goes number 4, and I like Scotty Barnes. The defensive upside with Scotty Barnes is incredible, but the guy's shot is still a question mark. It's still a question mark. So Scotty Barnes, I got my daughter down here. Do you want to come say hi? Come say hi, Evie? What do you think? Scotty Barnes at number 4? What do you think? Do you think they did a good job with Scotty Barnes? You want back down? Okay. Anyways, I'm actually shocked because Jalen Suggs is gonna be so nice. He's one of my favorite players in this draft. Jalen Suggs is phenomenal, and so I'm really happy for Orlando. They finally, finally have that lead guard to lead that team. 100%. He is immediately going to help that team win. I couldn't be happier for the um the Orlando Magic. All right, I'm trying to get caught up here. So 4 is Scotty Barnes to Toronto, and Toronto has shown great ability to develop players. So if they can turn Scotty Barnes into a nice shooter, that guy has a chance to be awesome. It's just hard sometimes to just say, if only he could shoot, if only he could shoot. How many times have we said that? I know everyone thinks of, like, we got our chips tonight, by the way. I know we talk about like Kawhi Leonard and how the Spurs taught him to shoot and things like that, but there are so many situations where you have a guy that you pick that you just hope he can shoot, and then it doesn't happen. All right, so after that we get more surprises. Let's see. I've got to find a spot that just shows me everything as we go. We've got number 6 comes in, and I believe it was Josh Giddey, which is also a surprise. 7 to the Golden State Warriors, Jonathan Kuminga. Let's see. Let me get a live stream of this. Let me see. I'm going to pull this up just so I can make sure I have this up. But it looks like Jonathan Kuminga goes number 7 to the Golden State Warriors. I'm actually surprised. I thought they were going to draft a guy that could probably help them out quicker. Kuminga is a complete upside pick because the guy in high school was rated super high. He's got incredible body. Like, he's got the incredible tools. He is athletic. He is big, like 6'8", nice size. He can jump. We've got Evie down here talking to me, and Audrey's down here as well. But anyways, Kuminga is a really nice pick at number 7 if you're looking for a guy with upside. It's also kind of a hit or miss because that guy also did not have a good year with the Ignite. And so if he is struggling, then you're going to have, a number 7 pick that doesn't. So that's a feast or famine pick. That might turn into something really nice, and it might be a struggle. So we'll see. Kuminga has incredible upside, though. He has incredible body and upside. All right, let's see. So let's see. Well, how good is this live stream going with my daughter? All right, guys. I can't get someone in the chat. Let me know if there's I need to here we go. Get live updates here. Okay, so Jonathan Kuminga, number 7 to Golden State. Josh Giddey goes number 6 to Oklahoma City. They get a lead guy. I really like Josh Giddey. That's another surprise pick because I thought, that we've heard so many rumors about Bouknight going 6. Instead, we get Josh Giddey, who is got some impressive upside, and he's one of those guys that could be really nice. He's got incredible passing vision. He's got a big body. He's already proven himself at such a young age, so that's a nice thing for the Oklahoma City Thunder if they can provide shooting around him, because the guy has to prove that he can shoot the ball, and he's also got to prove he can defend. But when you've got someone as smart as Giddey is, you kind of get the feeling that he can figure things out. The thing that I always think of with these players is, what's the mindset with these guys? Are these guys that will come in and will learn and play hard and fight and get better? Or are they guys that come in and they just aren't super aggressive and they're passive and things like that? That can be a real struggle for some of these guys. And so, Oklahoma City with the number 6 goes Josh Giddey. A little bit of a surprise to me. But if he's the biggest upside and they like him, then great. Jonathan Kuminga at 7. We've talked about it a little bit with Golden State. we'll see. That is a pick that could be super, that's like boom home run or strikeout. Like I don't feel like there's a lot of in between with that because the guy has yet to prove he can really shoot with consistency. And so I guess we'll see. All right. So I'm kind of also on my phone here too. Let's see. Kuminga is going to stay with the Warriors. Golden State is still discussing trades with number 7, but Jonathan Kuminga is top of the board if they keep it. Orlando has Franz Wagner at the top of its board at number 8. Wow. So Wagner goes up at 8. Man, it is like, guys, this is fantastic stuff. This is really fun. I hope you guys are having fun because I really enjoy this. All right, it's chip of the night. Tonight we're going with what we had in the fridge. It was old tortilla chips and hummus. Tell me what you guys are getting. My favorite pick of the night. It makes me so happy for Orlando, guys. Getting Jalen Suggs. Orlando just got the steal of the night. I'm not kidding. So it looks like it's in. Orlando just had an awesome draft night, guys. Shout out to the Orlando Magic. They probably get the grade. I mean, the Detroit Pistons get an A+ for getting Cade Cunningham. 2 and 3 as well are A's for those guys. Scotty Barnes is like, man, if you see Jalen Suggs be a multi-year all-star for the Orlando Magic and Scotty Barnes makes a few defensive teams but never really makes an all-star team, that's going to be pain because Jalen Suggs can absolutely guard. And now they're combining Jalen Suggs with Franz Wagner. I love Franz Wagner. One of the interesting things about Franz Wagner is that, and one of these guys, I think it was Anthony Chang on SLC Dunk. Shout out to Anthony. He was pointing this out. But if you go look at how many players projected super well defensively in college, they rarely don't do well in the NBA. Franz Wagner is going to be a nice NBA player. And going to be really nice. I am like stoked for Orlando's draft. That is fantastic stuff. Let's see. I'm going to share this so we can have other people come and join the stream, guys. All right. So let's see. I got to just see. But we've got some big surprises so far. I'm kind of surprised at Giddey at 6. I mean, Sam Presti has done a good job with Oklahoma City and their picks, and so maybe he's just going for pure upside because they are going full like try to hit home runs with some of this stuff. But man, oh man, guys, I'm kind of just refreshing, But okay, so nothing new. So Franz Wagner, the guy can defend. His defensive numbers are fantastic. Right now, we're waiting for the Kings, I believe. Let's see. But I like that pick, and he's one of those players that I would love on any team because that guy he's proven that he's going to be a solid enough shooter. I don't know if he's proven that he's a lights out shooter, but he's the type of guy that just shows so much skill. And he's a guy that doesn't need the ball in his hands to be good. So if you're Orlando, you now have Jalen Suggs, who is just going to be a dog. That guy is a born leader. I just honestly, tonight I'm a fan of Orlando's draft. So I mean, you've got to. I bet that front office in Orlando is just so happy with what's going on tonight. I'm jealous actually. Jalen Suggs and Franz Wagner is a really nice backcourt. Let's listen in here a little bit.
You heard now he's off the board. Keep in mind
we've got
this is
at 9.
an analytic.
And I don't want to get in trouble here, but so I like what ESPN says that right now the best on the board for Sacramento, James Bouknight is nice, although we already have their 2 guards. We have De'Aaron Fox and I always forget his name, the rookie from last year. I don't know why. He was so awesome. Let me know in the comments. Why do I always forget this? Tyrese Halliburton. He was fantastic last year. They've got a really nice backcourt set up. I'm not a. They say the best on the board: James Bouknight, Davion Mitchell, Keon Johnson. That's interesting. I'm not a big. The Sanguine, he's interesting. I don't know. I mean, everyone talks about Sacramento and their like analytical team or whatever. I have a hard time when I've got my 2 young guards set up to just get another guard when they're also going to trade another guard. They were trying to trade what's Buddy Hield earlier tonight, and so we're just going to replace Buddy Hield with another guard. I just don't see it. So let's see. It looks like the pick might be in. Davion Mitchell. Davion Mitchell going number 9. This one's for you, Kings. I don't know if that was a good bite. Davion Mitchell. So, I feel bad for Davion Mitchell because guess what? Backup point guard for life, I guess, because Halliburton and De'Aaron Fox are the lead guys on that team. De'Aaron Fox is not a huge guy. I don't know how do you get all 3 guys on the floor? You just, at number 9, you've just selected a backup guard. I don't like it. Especially when you have like bigs on the floor. Guys, that's a bad pick. That's a bad pick. I'm sorry. Davion Mitchell! What? You already have 2 guards. And I know you pick best player available on your board, but if he's your best player available, he's also older and he's smaller. And I love Davion Mitchell. I think he's really great. But I'm not picking Davion Mitchell in the top 15. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. Bad. Bad pick. Bad pick. Oh, it's not a good pick, guys. So Sacramento has Davion Mitchell as their nice backup point guard, and that's what you use with the number 9. There are so many guys. I mean, there are so many guys later in the draft I'd rather have than that. So now New Orleans is on the board with the pick they traded up for. They were trying to move up, and I think they had mentioned. Who did the Pelicans mention that they were interested in? Let's see. They have 10 and 40. It's not saying. I can't remember. But it says they're interested in Kuminga or Bouknight. Bouknight's on the board. So let's see if Kevin O'Connor's sources are accurate. Kevin O'Connor's integrity on the line right now. I guess, guys, and DW to CB, they wanted to pick up the next Donovan Mitchell, and that is why they took Davion. The only thing is, like, Davion Mitchell is, like, 6'1", like, not a very big wingspan. Donovan Mitchell has, like, a 6'9", 6'10 wingspan, guys. He's, like, 6 feet tall with a crazy wingspan. Davion Mitchell's like that, but smaller wingspan. And so he can guard point guards, probably. And Donovan Mitchell has not really panned out to be an elite defender. He can get some steals and stuff, but sorry, we're just eating together tonight, guys. I hope you got your chips and salsa. Hope you got your burritos and your Cheetos and your Fritos, all right? But yes, Furby Jr., Davion Mitchell, RIP. Yeah, well, enjoy Sacramento. Enjoy. And they haven't, I mean, they tried to trade Buddy Hield, and it didn't end up happening because they got Westbrook in LA, which, by the way, we'll see how that goes. And them comparing, so ESPN right now is comparing Davion Mitchell to Donovan Mitchell. Good luck. Donovan Mitchell is an elite above the rim athlete. I just don't see Davion Mitchell as the same level. I mean, it's not the same guy, guys. I know they have the same initials, but it's not the same guy. Look, I'm Danish descent. There's one medal that Denmark has won in the Olympics right now, and his name's Jesper Hansen. Jay Hansen. I'm James Hansen. I can't shoot a rifle like Jesper Hansen can. You know, we're similar, but different. And so Davion Mitchell is not Donovan Mitchell. And if you're expecting Davion Mitchell to be Donovan Mitchell, and maybe I'll eat my words. Oh, look, that's invisible. Got my Diet Mountain Dew. We're in it for the long haul, guys. All right, so let's see. I'm gonna let's double check on these. Okay, so Zaire Williams at number 10. And that's the pick going to New Orleans, I believe, with that trade. Wow. So Zaire Williams goes up. I'm kind of surprised. Honestly, and just to go back to that pick for Sacramento, like I think I might rather have Jared Butler than Davion Mitchell. Am I the only one? Anyone else in the live stream? Yeah, Donovan is freaky. He's built like Michael Phelps. He really is like an impressive. You know what else is interesting about Donovan Mitchell and Davion Mitchell? Isn't the same. Donovan Mitchell came into the draft like 215, guys. He is like 6'1", pure muscle at 215. I think Donovan's like 225 right now. That guy is a running back. Like people don't talk about that. That guy is like, if Donovan Mitchell runs into you, it hurts. He is a physical monster. Like that was so weird how so many people missed on Donovan Mitchell. And we were talking about it on this channel. Like, are you serious? Like 13? The guy is everything you want in a pick. It never made sense to me why Donovan Mitchell fell. That was like, I mean, that was incredible. Nope, just wants to save money on Z's and W's. All right, let's talk about Zaire Williams. Zaire Williams is one of those guys that could be amazing. He came out of high school super high prospect. He went to Stanford, and because of like the COVID stuff going on, there were some weird things. I don't think they even were able to play in California because of COVID restrictions. So he was never there. Let's look at Zaire Williams. Let's see. Let's just make sure we're right here. But I believe he was at Stanford and had all these issues. He's got all the size that you want. Yep, Stanford, 6'8", small forward, super long arms. Did not have a very good season. But one thing that he's got is all the tools, and he's got like the pedigree of a really nice player. He came out of high school highly projected and just had a really weird season. And that's one thing that's kind of crazy about this draft, is that you have probably a lot of scouts going off of high school tape, high school tape to kind of scout these guys, because you don't know, like, it was one weird season probably for this guy. Is it one weird season at Stanford, or is he awesome? I don't know. You better really have a lot of faith in your scouting team, because, if you're wrong and let's say he's like a top 5 guy, that's a nice monster pickup for the Pelicans. If he's not, and he can't shoot, and he just had a bad year because he's not very good, well, then that's too bad, because the Pelicans traded up and gave some nice things to get there. And so, it's an upside pick, and I don't mind it. I hate that Sacramento Kings pick. I really do. That team can't get out of its own way, guys. That team just can't get out of its own way. Oh, wait, that's going to Memphis, because Memphis traded up to 10 with New Orleans. Duh. So anyways, that's an upside pick for Memphis. I don't mind that, actually, because you put that team's still developing, and you put him next to Ja Morant. I like it. I like that Memphis is still going and just trying to find studs in this draft. And it's an upside pick. If they hit on Zaire Williams and he turns out nice, that's awesome. I like that for them, because I just feel like a team like Memphis with the number 10 pick is looking to just kind of hit a home run. And I like that. I think sometimes you got to look at these guys. And one thing that you can also kind of look at with Memphis is they've proven they can develop guys really nicely. They've taken certain guys that didn't, like Grayson Allen was on the Utah Jazz, goes to Memphis, and they really found a way to use him effectively. I don't know if Memphis fans are super big fans of Grayson Allen, but he is like a consistent, nice 3-point shooter for them. You look at some of the other draft picks they've taken, and, Brandon Clark, and he had an off year last year, but, they've taken other guys and just I mean, we can just go to their roster right now and you can go across the board. They've just got nice players at every position. The problem with them is they need more than nice players. At some point, you need more than just John Morant. You need like a second or third guy, you know, it's at least a second um, to be nice. So they trade Jonas Valanciunas, but you've got Dylan Brooks, who they, you know, he was a late pick and they've turned him into something nice. Jaren Jackson has not panned out quite as much, but he's been hampered by injuries. Brandon Clark looked nice in his rookie year. He kind of had a step back last year, but Xavier Tillman was a nice pick. DeAnthony Melton had some really nice moments last year. I like this Memphis Grizzlies front office. I'm not going to lie. They are pretty fantastic, and they do a good job, and their coach plays these guys. I don't know, you know, sometimes you might like, uh, you know, not love all the things that your coach does, but from an outside point of view, uh, I think he does a pretty good job. I'm just trying to see here. So obviously we had the Washington trade of Russell Westbrook uh, to the Lakers for all the Lakers leftovers. um, I don't know. I know a lot of people are down on it because they aren't. A lot of people, you know, it's like love or hate the Lakers. I actually feel like LeBron James makes everyone a little better, you know, and I know like so many people are focused on like shooting and where's the spacing and things like that. You know what? Sometimes teams find nice ways to make cutters, and someone like LeBron James finds everyone who's moving to the basket who's open. Like I think Westbrook's going to be nice, but I think it's going to be I think LeBron has that alpha personality, that Space Jam personality, and can really like uh you know, make the most out of Westbrook. It's just like, can Westbrook be the Robin to LeBron's Batman? He can also take ball handling responsibilities from LeBron, and LeBron can sit longer. Let's see. Let's see. Lady Christensen. Davion Mitchell has a similar build as far as strength goes. I think his impact could be the level of Donovan, but Donovan developed a shot. If Davion develops an outside shot, he'll be good. Davion Mitchell did shoot it well, but guys, just a reminder, like Donovan has that wingspan. And I don't know what Davion Mitchell's. Let's look at his guys. Sorry, I'm just eating. I don't care. We're just live tonight. Davion Mitchell measurements. Let's see. You gotta love the. All right, let's see. Let's see. Is Davion Mitchell on here? Davion Mitchell was 6 feet tall. He's not big. That's without shoes. Okay, so weight 202. Actually, that's pretty big. You might be right, Lee. If this is all right, 6'1" with a 6'4" wingspan. Donovan Mitchell is like 6'1" with a 6'9", 6'10" wingspan. So that's 6 inches, man. I mean, that is a lot. Also, rest of the Lakers is just comical to me. The Lakers' weakness was shooting, so their big move was to get rid of all their shooting for less shooting. I don't know. You might be right. I do think that Westbrook is someone that can put pressure on defense, and it's not always just shooting, guys. Sometimes it's cutting. Sometimes it's finding open guys. It's putting pressure and making the defenses make decisions, and I think so. I just got here and only have a sec. What's going on? It's the NBA draft, Kenny. We got some surprise picks going on. Let's see. So let's see. We might as well just like. Charlotte gets a surprise at number 11. James Bouknight is available. That's right. So people thought James Bouknight was going top 10. He's there at 11. I don't know if I'm super in love with Bouknight. But if they get him, that's a nice partner next to LaMelo if they take him, but I'm not sure if we're taking him right now. Sack took a dump, Kenny. Yep, exactly. They tried it with Rockets and Russ. Look how that turned out. You know, they were actually not terrible. Let's see. So top of the board on ESPN, according to them, is Bouknight, Keon Johnson, Sengun. Sengun's going to be on there for a while. I just don't think a lot of people are. Moses Moody, I think, is going to be a nice player. We'll see. Timothy Deinhart, more of an existential howl as opposed to much of a real question. We're 30th, Kenny, according to what I just looked up. Yeah, the Utah Jazz have 30th pick. Lee Christensen, $5. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. It makes my day, honestly. Hope you guys are having a good offseason. Book Night is the pick for Charlotte. They kind of get a steal there. I think Book Night thought he was going top 10, but hey, 11's not too bad. So good for James Book Night. He's going to be, that's a nice core. Honestly, Book Night might be really nice. And if like Gordon Hayward can stay healthy and you have LaMelo Ball and Book Night, that's like a nice little core. They need to get another big. I would rather have them just go get a nice athletic big in this draft. And there's a bunch. Even in the late first and early second, you're going to find like nice bigs. You know, and honestly, in this day and age, you need like one big. This hummus, guys, by the way, is super good. You should go get yourself some hummus. It's the good stuff. Charlotte with a nice pick, man. James Booknight. And I may be saying that wrong. I don't know. Ezekiel Raicibe. Oh, snap. Just joined and saw Giddey went number 6. Yeah, Giddey went 6. That was a surprise. That might be awesome. I mean, Giddey has like potential and he's got the physical tools to be great. So let's talk about that a little bit. When you're looking at a draft prospect, I think the first thing you look at is the physical tools. Like, you can't teach height. You can't teach length. You can't teach just explosive athleticism. A player either has that or they don't, you know? But, you know, that's like the Jonathan Kuminga pick. The guy has all the tools to be an incredible wing in the NBA. 6'8", long arms, explosive athlete, has the tools. The next thing, there's the two other things. You've got the skill. Like, what's your handle like? What's your shooting like? What's your passing, your vision? What's your defensive skill? Are you good at, are you quick on your feet? And you know, quickness might be under physical tools, but, you know, how well do you use your athleticism and incorporate your athleticism into your game? Because some guys are super athletes. Some guys are just incredible athletes, but does that athleticism actually like translate to your NBA game? You know, are you someone that can jump really high, or are you someone that can jump really high in a fast break? You know, are you really quick, or are you really quick on the defensive end? Like, some guys can do shuttle runs and some guys can guard point guards. Not everyone can do both, you know? So those are the other things. But to me, the third thing that's super important, the mental. Do you have a motor? Are you competitive? Do you work hard? Do you get better? Do you go in the off season and go hire a trainer like Chris Brickley or Drew Hanlon, and get better in the off season? You know, I've changed my mind. I don't think teams need to worry so much about, I mean, you do need to have internal trainers that help players out. But if I am looking at a guy, I want to know who's connected to like Chris Brickley and Drew Hanlon. And I'm talking to those guys, because I want a guy that's willing to go and get paid and go get better. The guys that are willing to work in the offseason. I don't want the guy that's playing Fortnite and getting chubby in the offseason. I want the guy that goes and gets better, gets fitter, improves a skill every offseason, adds some sort of move to his game. Those are the guys that I want to get. I don't want, lose me on the guys that just have gone, like, lived off of their physical talent, that have been like the bigger, stronger player their whole lives. I want the guy that wants to dominate, you know? That's who I want. So those are the three things you got to think about. I mean, it's much more complicated than that. Some guys have, you know, specific tools that they've developed and they used, you know, and maybe those tools aren't very good. That's why I think Senguin's going to drop. He's got like an inside post game, which is really nice, but it's like an ancillary talent. How often is he going to actually use that in the modern NBA? Maybe a lot, but not that often. And I know bigs are coming back and we're getting a lot more bigs to play, but I just don't know if Senguin's going to go very high. Lee Christensen, I got to ask, why do people still hate Hayward? I got over it as soon as I realized Donovan was a super stud. There's reasons behind closed doors that Hayward sucked. Like, he told the Jazz he was staying and he left. He lied. You know, and the Jazz had other options that they could have got. By the way, Kyle Lowry probably would have been on the Jazz if Gordon Hayward hadn't made them wait so long. And that's the thing I've heard multiple people. like Hayward screwed the Jazz a lot, guys. And I know the Jazz got Donovan Mitchell, but you could have had Lowry next to Mitchell. You know, stuff like that, because it held the Jazz from being able to make free agency moves. So what does Lowry do? He signs with Toronto, goes and wins the championship. So that's part of why I don't care for the guy. And he's a liar. He dirty dogged the Jazz. I'll just be honest. He just did. The other players that the Jazz might have been able to go after, like Otto Porter, they would have put an offer. Although that was took a poison pill anyway, and he stayed. So I don't know. Let's see. And the injury was, Hayward. I don't really care about Hayward anymore. Honestly, who cares? It's spilt milk at this point. But he did hurt the Jazz. And you never like to see someone get injured, honestly. Like, I don't think anyone likes that. So we got new picks in. Let's see. Josh Primo at number 12. Whoa. Josh Primo is the youngest player in the NBA draft, I believe. Primo and I think Jaden Springer are the youngest. Wow. I was listening to a thing today that said he might be a second round pick. Ooh, boy. He can shoot, but man, is he young. But the guy can shoot, and he has promise. So maybe that turns out nice. Woo. Woo. That's a team that's really, listening to their scouting department, I guess. Hopefully their scouting department is right. Sometimes scouting departments are wrong. Tell you what, the Jazz let go of their president this year because he was wrong a lot the last 2 or 3 years. All right, let's see. I've got to also make sure. I'm going to update this. So guys, we're also going to be live updating the SLC Dunk draft board. Let's see. So I'm going to update that and just keep talking as we go. What do you guys think so far? Who's your favorite? For me, I think the big winners of this draft is Orlando, hands down. Orlando has had a great draft. Orlando has had a monster draft. I'm not going to lie. It has been a nice draft for Orlando. I am jealous, actually, of Orlando. Oh, boy. Okay, so let's see. So I'm going to just... Scotty Barnes goes number 4. Orlando has had an incredible draft by getting Jalen Suggs at 5. Oklahoma City. Josh Giddey at number 6. Man, just a surprise. I mean, I guess it's not that much of a reach. Primo at 12 feels like a reach to me, guys. It really does. Jonathan Kuminga is at 7 for Golden State. Whew, that is a scary pick. I'm not gonna lie. Not going to lie. That would be so scary to me if I'm a Golden State Warriors fan, but he could be fantastic too. And then, I mean, Orlando has had just a phenomenal draft. Franz Wagner at 8, and then Jalen Suggs with him. Oh my gosh. I am jealous of the Orlando Magic. I'm just happy for them that they've had some nice fortune, because Orlando has been one of those teams that's just not done very well, and it's nice to see them do better. Davion Mitchell at number 9 is a terrible pick. That is the worst pick of the night for the Kings. The Kings can't stop being the Kings. I mean, honestly, and I think Davion Mitchell will be a nice player, and maybe he will prove everyone wrong and be just absolute superstar, but his size is just an issue. It just is. Let's see. Zaire Williams at 10. Sorry, guys. I've got multiple things going on here. And then Charlotte gets a nice one in James Bouknight. What a nice pick. And then San Antonio with Josh Primo. That is just really nice. Well, that's just I'm going to say it. It's a bad pick. That's a team reaching. He might be just that's a tough pick, man. And maybe he'll prove us all wrong. might be proving us all wrong, but 12 for Josh Primo, who might be a second round guy. Oh my gosh. I know they don't like to listen to the media sometimes, these guys, but man, that is whoo, I'd be scared if to go 12 and get Primo. I bet Spurs fans are mad. If we got any in the well, if you want to talk about it, go ahead in the draft, but they said the same thing about Steph Curry's size. Yeah, but and you might be right, but Steph Curry's 6'4", guys. And like if you're comparing Davion Mitchell to Steph Curry, that's not very fair. Steph Curry might be the best point guard that ever lived. I I don't know. That's a high expectation, my friends. Let's see. Also, let's see, Ezekiel. And Ezekiel's my man from down under. Also, Giddey has played in National League like LaMelo, so he's played against men and excelled. That is a good point. Like, he's kind of proven, you know? But can he keep improving? Giddey only 2 months older than Primo. That's true. Young. Yeah, Furby Jr. Jalen Suggs to me is the steal of the draft. Absolutely. Steal of the draft. Did you also find that Kobe at 13 was a reach? I mean, I think a lot of people thought Kobe was going to be awesome. I'm not old enough to really remember exactly why he went 13, but I know that he didn't want to play for who he got picked by. And then we all know the rest. I need a chip and a break. All right, so let's go see. I think Woj has new stuff. Indiana is thrilled at the idea of Chris Duarte at number 13. Wow. Chris Duarte. All right, guys. No trades that I'm seeing. I thought there might be, I mean, that Indiana pick was being bandied about like it was going to be moved, and it just hasn't been. You know? That's kind of nuts. So we're just going pure Twitter here because the video's not going so great. Man. That is kind of wild. Chris Duarte. So Duarte is 24. Nice player. One thing that I was listening to Ryan Russillo. So shout out to Ryan Russillo. I don't even know what I'm saying there, but he was talking today and just said from his watching these guys that he loves his effort and that he just doesn't give up on any plays. And I love players that do that. Like the motor stuff to me is a big deal. Guys that just play hard is a skill. You know, having a guy that's just gonna just play really hard is nice. Lee Christensen, Steph is like 6'3" on a good day. I mean, well, let's see. Everything I've heard is that Steph's bigger than you think. Let's see. Steph Curry 6'3.5". So you're right. 6'3", wingspan 6'4". He's bigger than Mitchell. I mean, I guess 2 inches isn't much, but Mitchell measured 6 foot, so that's 3 inches taller. And you know what? Everything that Curry did in college translated. You know. I mean, that's just, and maybe you're right, Lee. You might be right. He might be Steph Curry, but like, I don't know. I have a hard time like comparing someone to a Hall of Famer, you know? Let's see. So I just also don't like it because he's probably going to be a backup guard, and he might be a really nice like 6-man of the year guard, and maybe you're really happy with that at 9. You know, maybe. But he's just not very big, man. Like, not very big. And you can't switch when you're 6 feet tall, you know? That's tough. Like I mean, what's he doing if he gets switched down? I mean, it's just tough. And maybe he'll be fine because he could be a steals guy, and he did show to be a nice, uh, defender in college, and so maybe he'll prove it wrong. And he plays really hard. Donovan Mitchell seems to love him. Uh, Warriors closing in on their second pick in the lottery, number 14, with Moses Moody. Nice pick for them. So, let's see. Moses Moody at 14 is nice. A lot of people love Moses Moody. That guy has, that's that wing that you know, plays really hard, and it's the wing that everyone wants. Everyone wants the nice wing that can shoot and defend, and Moody can do that. There's a little bit of like, can he do it consistently? Can he? We'll just update SLC Dunk. But I like that pick. The Lakers. So let's see. The Lakers have at 7, they get Jonathan Kuminga, so that's an upside pick. Moody is a little bit more of a proven commodity, and I think he can be nice and he can develop in their system. Moody probably plays before. We'll see. That's actually an interesting team all of a sudden, because now you just have 2 wings that you just drafted in Kuminga and Moody. Interesting. I like it. Like, that's the position everyone wants to get. In the playoffs, having switchable wings is really nice, and I don't mind it. 2 wings for Golden State. I'm a fan of wings. I love wings. But yeah, nice. An interesting draft for Golden State. I don't mind it, because really you just need one of those guys to pan out and be a nice rotation player, because you've got Steph, you've got Clay, you've got Draymond. James Wiseman is coming along, and you might be able to have him turn into something. I think Wiseman's going to be nice, and so we'll see. But Moody at 14 to me is a really nice pick. So congrats to Golden State. Nice draft. We're not seeing a lot of trades. I think we were expecting more movement. We've been hearing, for all the Jazz fans watching, that we were being told there would be a lot of movement, and we haven't seen anything. So they might just I don't know. We'll see. They might just pick their pick at 30. We'll see what happens. I was kind of hoping Utah would trade up to 13 with the Pacers, and they didn't. Let me just check this thing real quick. Let's see. The Lakers apparently told Hornets to draft Kobe at 13, then they would immediately trade for him. Yeah, I mean, that's basically what happened. That's another thing, Furby Jr. Luke Walton for a coach, that's not a winning recipe. They got to get rid of that guy. He's not good. Lee Christensen, will he get the time on the court or not? If he does, he'll be amazing, but his coach is a huge disadvantage to his development. That's the other thing. Like, they've already got 4 guards now. They still have traded Buddy Hield. Like, that guy's getting traded at some point for peanuts at this point, because everyone knows they're trying to trade him. No one's going to try to, like, no one's going to give him much. I mean, they couldn't even get, like, they were trying to get Kyle Kuzma. That means you can get Hield for near nothing. That front office is a joke. That front office is terrible. And yeah, that Spurs pick, the more I think about it, that was a bad pick. I'm sorry, Spurs fans. That was bad. Let's see. Moses Moody. So Washington's on the board. They're the ones making big trades. You know what? I don't have a thing telling me like best available and stuff, but that's okay. We'll just react as we go. Is the pick in? No, not yet. I really, guys, I don't know about you, but this is actually the most fun. I've been hoping that the Jazz at least pick at 30. I really don't want them to not make the pick. Let's look at just some of the guys on the board still. Trey Murphy is out there for 15. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes. Trey Mann is really nice to me. I could see, I don't know. I want to look at, I'm going to pull up some other draft boards just to see who's left on the board, just out of curiosity. Let's see. Is there anyone out there that's like dropped Sanguine has dropped, and I told you guys he would drop. It's just hard for me to pick a guy that's like his best skill is low post skill. I just people love him, and he's proven in like a tough league. But man, he's gonna fall to the 20s, I promise. Wagner's gone. Cameron Thomas, some people had him pretty high. Trey Murphy is dropping a tiny bit. Usman Garuba's on the board. I don't see it quite as much with Kai Jones. I just feel like that's a guy you can get either in free agency or late in the first, early second. I just have a hard time wanting to get those guys. Let's see. Let's just refresh and see if we've got the pick in. Washington from Wojnarowski. Washington wants some more shooting around Bradley Beal, and Gonzaga's Corey Kispert. Nice pick at 15. Kispert is nice. Kispert is a nice player. Let's see. Kispert, let's just update this right now. Can we spell Corey Kispert right? He spells it kind of funny. Corey, Corey. Where was he born? Alta? Kispert, let's see. Okay. Corey Kispert, man. Okay. So, guys, who do you think wins? I think so far, I just love Orlando's draft. I think Jalen Suggs, and I'm not joking, I think he has a chance to be the best player in this draft. Cade Cunningham is kind of, if you designed in like if you like were doing a creative player in NBA 2K, Cade Cunningham is basically what you'd create. He can pass, shot over 40% from 3. He wanted the ball in big moments. He's big, athletic, got all the measurements you could want, mentality, leadership, like everything you want in a star player, Cade Cunningham has. And so that's a nice pick for them. So the final pick in the lottery, is 15 still the lottery? I think so. Kispert's a nice player. I love Kispert's shooting. That guy can absolutely shoot the lights out. He's a nice player. These wing drafts brought to you by Wing Coop, Wasatch Boulevard. Yeah. I like Trolley Wing Co. by the way, guys. If you're ever at Trolley Wing Co. and, one of you guys go tell them to advertise the channel, by the way, if they want to. But Trolley Wing Co. and go get the sweet and spooky. But be careful. If you can't handle spicy, Trolley Wing Co. might be rough on you because that place will burn your mouth out. But I love that place. I like to get the hot. I like spicy. I like it spicy. And so I definitely am pro Trolley Wing Co. But let's see. Let's get back on this. So Corey Kispert is nice. I know he's one of the older players in the draft. He didn't look amazing in the tournament as everyone hoped he might, but that guy was a big part of that team winning. In the NBA, you know exactly what that guy's going to be. He is going to hit threes. I mean, what is the guy on Brooklyn, the shooter who always fails in the playoffs? Joe Harris. I mean, he's Joe Harris, but he might be Joe Harris 2.0. Maybe he can't hit shots when it matters most. But he is a great shooter, and I love his form. He's a hop shooter. So he can get those like running off curls shots. Like when you're teaching your kids to shoot, teach them to be a hop shooter. It makes you a better shooter. If you can do that, it is incredible the advantages you get because you get a quicker release. He's got that. He can shoot from anywhere. He's also more than just a shooter. He's a good cutter. He's pretty tough. He makes smart defensive decisions. He's not an elite athlete, so he's not going to shut anyone down. But he can play a defensive scheme within a team defense and be solid. Like, to me, Kispert is like Kyle Korver 2.0, or, he's not like athletic like Ray Allen, so you wouldn't want to compare him to Ray Allen at all. But he can shoot like Ray Allen. Ray Allen was a dynamic Hall of Fame talent. But, all those guys that can shoot, Joe Harris. To me, he's Kyle Korver because he's got that kind of release and that size. I mean, Kyle Korver was the same. Like, people don't remember, Kyle Korver was like 6'8", like big, and when you combine that size with that shooting and that quick release, like, you're going to make a lot of money. Kispert's going to make money in this league, guys. Like, after his rookie contract, he's going to get a big contract because he's going to hit threes. This draft is deep, by the way. Doug McDermott, he might be like Doug McDermott. Doug McDermott's like his floor. You know, at worst, you got Doug McDermott. And Doug McDermott has been a productive NBA player. Is he a superstar? No. But he's a productive player. And he's going to play next year. He's going to get a contract. Mm-hmm. All right, so let's see here. No updates. Guys, I really let's see. Okay, we've published these changes. By the way, I hope all of you go to SLC Dunk and are reading the articles with regularity, because it's great stuff, and we have all these draft profiles. You can go read them. On the board, we have Oklahoma City from Boston. So there's some actually decent players here left on the board. Garuba's there, and Garuba would be a nice defensive player for the Celtics. If he goes to the Celtics, that's going to hurt my feelings because I love Garuba. Trey Murphy is still on the board, and he could be really nice. Cameron Thomas is on the board. So there's some options here for the Boston Celtics. Let's see. I'm just kind of waiting for their pick to come in from Woj. Not yet. Man, is Trey Murphy going to fall? If the Jazz could somehow get Trey Murphy, that would be huge. Chris Duarte is going to be a nice shooter for... Who did he go to again? Duarte goes to Indiana. Man, that's an interesting pick for them. Keon Johnson's still on the board. Jalen Johnson's dropping like a rock. And Zaire Williams is one of the biggest surprises because a lot of people had him late in the 20s. And so he goes at like... What did he go? Zaire Williams goes 10 to Memphis. Oklahoma City is trading the 16th pick, source tells ESPN. Source, OKC is trading number 16 to Houston. Ooh, we got a trade. I'm on the same thing here with Anthony. So me and Anthony Chang are updating SLC Dunk at the same time. Oh my goodness. Look at that. So a trade has happened. Sources, Rockets are taking Alperen Sengun. Whoa. So he doesn't drop any more than 16. Some people had him in like the top 10-ish. That feels about right to me. Let's see. Let's go to the compose. Let's see. Alperen Sengun, and I might be saying that wrong. Alperen Sengun is how it looks, but I think I've heard people, I don't know how to say it correctly. I hope I'm saying it somewhat correctly, guys. Let's see. All right, how do you spell this guy's name? Let's see. So it's... Oh man. Is Shams winning the war with Woj? I think so. Alperen Sengun. Something like that. Okay, let's update SLC Dunk with the thread. By the way, you can be on the thread talking with people on there if you want as well. Alperen Sengun. The guy might be really nice. Like maybe that's a solid pickup for them. For the Houston Rockets. I like that. That's, you know what? I think that's a pretty good pickup for them. They get a nice solid pickup. Furby Jr., who did the Wiz pick? The Wiz picked Corey Kispert, which is going to be a really nice shooter. OKC, let's see. Let's see here. I just don't know what they're trading. They must have given them. They don't say what they gave. OKC doesn't trade first round picks unless they're getting more picks. So they're obviously getting Houston's. So in this draft, Houston has, I'm guessing 23 and 24 is going to Oklahoma City, probably, for them to move up. That's probably what it took. But Sanguine at that spot, you know what? Why is this not updating? Let's see. Corey Kispert, nice, solid pickup for the Wizards, by the way. Robert Hall of Fame Hall is here. Welcome, Robert. Welcome to the channel. Or welcome back. We know each other very well. All right, let's see. Yeah, Sanguine at 16. Sanguine is one of those players I didn't personally get super excited over because I just don't get super excited over back to the basket bigs, you know? Sorry guys, this is not the highest production day. We're going on 2-hour live stream here. I'm eating my chips. I'm hungry. But Sanguine has nice skill and he's strong, but he might be like a 6'9" center that's undersized and not super athletic. That's scary to me. You know, maybe they're trying to combine him with Christian Wood, but well, he's 6'10" on Ringer, but that's his measurements here. 18, 240. He might be nice. You know, we've seen foreign bigs turn into something nice for them. So Houston gets, in this draft, Jalen Green and Alperen Sanguine. I really love Jalen Green for Houston. Sanguine, like there's other guys I might have picked up over him. And I know he's dropping, but like there was, you know, Trey Murphy on the board and he's a nice shooter that might be able to do a little more. I mean, maybe that's the best pick, I guess. Usman Garuba, I'd much rather have Usman Garuba, I'm not going to lie. We saw Usman Garuba help beat Team USA. I mean, he was like helping them beat Kevin Durant and Dame Lillard, you know, kind of crazy. So I don't know if I love the Sanguine pick, but I might be eating my words. He might be amazing. So we'll find out. They have definitely watched more film, the Rockets that is, than the Hoops Nerd has. Let's see. Oh, Robert, thank you, sir. $4.99. You are amazing. What we got by way of quick recap, coming all the way from Boston, vacay today. Awesome. Orlando has had an incredible draft because Toronto picked Scotty Barnes instead of Jalen Suggs, and I personally think Jalen Suggs has a chance to be the best player in this draft. He is like, I mean, they might have gotten like a Chauncey Billups, Jason Kidd, like difference maker at guard. He's like 6'4", defends like an animal, absolute leader, can score, sets up his teammates, can shoot. I just don't understand why more people aren't big on Jalen Suggs. I think Orlando had the best draft so far, hands down. Because then at like, I can't remember, they had 5 and 8. They picked Franz Wagner, who I think is also going to be a really nice player. I think Orlando's had the best night outside of like Detroit getting Cade Cunningham. Jalen Green going to Houston is nice, and I think that Evan Mobley at number 3 is going to be awesome. So those 3 teams win, but then I just don't understand Toronto. I think that was a miss. Getting Scotty Barnes, he's going to be a really, really nice defender, but is Scotty Barnes better than Usman Garuba? Like, what's the difference? A little more athletic? Usman Garuba might actually be able to shoot the ball. You know, Scotty Barnes' jumper might be completely broken, but maybe he can figure it out. I don't know. He was super highly rated out of high school, but Orlando, like, I mean, honestly, Orlando had to fall out of their chair when Jalen Suggs fell to them. I don't know what's going on, but it's taking a minute here for these picks to fall. Source from Tim McMahon, he says Rockets gave up future first-round picks owed by Wizards and Pistons to get number 16. So Oklahoma City stays doing what Oklahoma City does. Do you like the snacks, Robert? You get some snacks too, my friend. You're on the plane from Boston or something like that. Get the peanuts and a drink. Enjoy your flight. But yeah, I mean, why not get more first round picks? Although this is a deep draft, like I don't know, they went and got like a high upside pick. Oklahoma City got Josh Giddey, which was a surprise. At 6, that felt a little high, but if he turns out like Josh Giddey could be really great. He's got the size, the tools to be great, and like we said, he's got all those things. He's not an explosive athlete though, but he's an incredible passer, and so maybe he doesn't need it. Like some people like to compare him to Joe Ingles. He might be like, Ingles passing vision. Giddey might be Ingles 2.0. The only thing is that Ingles shoots like 40% from 3, so that's tough. Ingles is a really good player. I think the Jazz should trade him. But Ingles has been fantastic for Utah, and if that's what they get at that pick, and a young Ingles doing what Ingles does now, it would be incredible. So maybe that's what he is. But they're obviously going upside. I think this makes me think that OKC is okay losing and getting more picks next year. OKC lost so hard. Like it like sucked so hard for OKC in the lottery because they thought they were getting number 1 and they ended up like 6. What a painful thing to happen. I'm just, you know what? I'm trying to see here what the next pick is going to be. Let's see if this is in. No, not yet. Where's the pick, guys? So we've got New Orleans at 17 now. New Orleans has been moving around. New Orleans is trying to improve. I know that New Orleans fans love Joe Ingles. So maybe this is a place where the Jazz make a trade. Joe Pringles. Yeah, that's what we're doing tonight. I think Presti missed tonight, honestly. This is a deep draft. Some drafts suck, man. Like, some drafts suck. Oh, and you know what? Maybe they're just thinking, like, they want to get, like, Chet Holmgren or Wembanyama. Those two are going to be incredible. But, those guys are both going, like, I can't remember. I think they're in different draft class. Those guys are going 1, or at least top 3. You know, there's always the guys that come out that you didn't expect. But Wembanyama and Chet Holmgren are going to be NBA players and probably top 2, top 3 picks. So we shall see. But Presti might have just gotten himself a top 9 pick and a shot at Chet Holmgren and Wembanyama. Let's see. I'm missing the NBA thing. Okay. New Orleans moved down to number 17 this week and atop their draft board. Trey Murphy. Nice pick. Some people had him at 10. I actually don't know if I... So Memphis picks Zaire Williams. Oh my gosh. I think the Pelicans fleeced Memphis, guys. Shout out to Anthony Chang, man. Anthony, you're doing incredible. I got to message Anthony in our SLC Dunk chat here. He's doing fantastic. Because I have to run a blog and a YouTube channel at the same time. It's kind of a stretch, guys. All right, loving the snacks. Thank you, Robert. This is not a dog and pony show channel, right? All right, Fruber Jr. Jingles to nope for Jackson Hayes, assuming he's not incarcerated. I don't know. Oh, that was a bad story, by the way. That was weird. And that's why you don't draft someone like Jackson Hayes high. I mean, even Rudy Gobert got drafted 27. Robert Hall, any substantive rumors? There was a rumor from an insider at Washington that Utah was talking about trading up to 15. Little things I've heard, the Jazz are super active right now, and the Jazz really like if your name's not Donovan and Rudy, you can be traded. Let's see. Trey Murphy though, really nice pick for the Pelicans. That guy can shoot, and they need shooting around Zion. That's actually a perfect pick. I already love. Uh, I just love. I'm talking to Anthony right now. Sorry. I love what they've done because they were able to move back. They created cap space to get a point guard. They now have Trey Murphy, who's a savvy college player who can absolutely shoot. There's like things I've read and listened to that think he can do more than what he does, but he's basically like a Robert Covington who can actually hit big shots. Just lights out shooter, big body. So just imagine like getting Robert Covington for the Pelicans, and they just were able to clear cap space. They apparently want to try to get Kyle Lowry, which might be able to do it. Um, I like that pick. Trey Murphy was someone I was hoping to go to the Jazz, but NBA app still doesn't show the Wizards pick. Well, that's because you should be at SLC Donk, better than the NBA, right? Or the Hoops Nerd channel. You can be watching the Hoops Nerd channel right here. Let's see. Any substantive rumor? Oh, we just talked about that. So that's what I've heard. The Jazz are active. Apparently, so Checkets, what's his name? Spence Checkets, who does the radio. He said that from a source that the Jazz have one player they really love that they don't want to like miss out on if he's at 30. So if the Jazz are going to move it, it's probably going to be if a certain player they love is picked before them, and then they might move out. My guess is the Jazz don't even pick in this draft, guys. So that's the tough thing. Let's see. With Houston, let's see. I'm trying to just find. Oh, so here's a substantive rumor. Let's just talk about it while we wait for this next pick. Things I'm hearing. The Jazz, and this is from Tony Jones, and Tony Jones is awesome. You should be following him on Twitter. Things I'm currently hearing. The Jazz are open to moving the number 30 pick tonight, so they are definitely like willing to make a move. There is a specific player that could be available that is giving the Jazz a bit of pause on moving said pick. They really like this player. So there's someone on the board. I'm betting it's Grimes. There's a lot of people that talk about Grimes. Maybe. I don't know if I love Grimes, but we'll see. The Jazz are active in trade discussions. So that's saying like a lot and very little at the same time. So, but you know what? We'll take it. Let's see. Let's see. Is the new pick in? Nope, not yet. So number 17, Trey Murphy. On the board is number 18, which is, let's see, who's 18? Oklahoma City from Miami via the Clippers, Philadelphia and Oklahoma and Phoenix. So Oklahoma City, actually, I'm not going to lie. Actually, I've changed my mind. I like their draft because there's still nice players on the board here. Keon Johnson's on the board. That guy is he broke the record at the NBA draft combine for vertical, 48 inches. That guy can jump just straight up, standing, 48 inches in the air. That is crazy. Like, that's crazy. Can you imagine being able to jump 4 feet in the air just from a standstill? That's insane. Like, that's crazy. Let's see. Furby Jr. Jazz should trade coaches. Coach Q for someone that can make adjustments. Oh, that is the message of the night. Guess what? I've never done this before. Let's message. Chat comment of the night goes to Furby Jr. There we go. I like it. It would be nice if our team could also have cutters. Did you guys know that sometimes you can have guys cutting to the rim and you can pass to them and sometimes they dunk the ball? I wonder if Quinn knows about that. All right, let's see. So we got Oklahoma City on the board. My guess is this is an upside pick. So let's try to predict. Should we try and predict, guys? I bet it's Keon Johnson or Cameron Thomas. That's my guess. Those are two upside picks. In fact, I'm guessing. So Cameron Thomas is 6'4" guard, super athletic, can get buckets. Uh, I like him. And then Keon Johnson is just an insane athlete who can defend, but he hasn't really proven that he can be a consistent shooter. I'm a big fan of Jaden Springer, but I saw a lot of mocks today having him falling to the Jazz at 30, and I really like him. Uh, so we'll see what happens. I'm just kind of interested to see, but they have either gone upside or traded for picks. So I have a hard time going against what they do. Let's see. Yeah, you know what? I have to say I don't really I just maybe I'm who knows. I just don't know enough about the Sanguine guy, and I could be completely wrong. It's so hard for me to like pick a back to the basket big, you know? Sanguine might be really great. That's just scary to me because I don't think he's a power forward, and he's not proven to be an excellent defender. Maybe he will be, but man, that's a tough pick. Let's pull the hair out of my chip. Uh, New Orleans, man, come on, guys. It makes me wonder with these delays if certain trades might be happening because we did have that with the Rockets. But man, ugh. Okay. Let's go make sure everything is going good on here. Let's see. Alperen Sanguine, Trey Murphy. Yep, we're still waiting on 18. Let's see. Let's finalize the blog. Guys, we are doing two things at once tonight. SLC Dunk and the YouTube. It's a convergence of things. I hope the SEO is really good on this blog, by the way. Seth, if you're watching, because we're putting in the work. Let's see. Okay. You know who I also really like is Sharif Cooper. I think Sharif Cooper is going to be a nice NBA player. The jump shot is not pretty, but that guy, Sharif Cooper, is going to be a nice NBA player. The guy had 8 assists plus per game in college, which is kind of crazy with the shortened games and how much time he was on the floor. And you can also, when you consider the spacing in college game, and he also went to the free throw line 8 times per game and shot like 80%. So when you shoot like that at the free throw line, it tells me that you can at least be consistent. And if you can get to the line like that, and his quickness is crazy, I actually think Sharif Cooper is going to be one of the steals in this draft. So I don't know if he might be my next on the board. Oh, looks like Tre Mann. Ooh, I like that pick. Tre Mann is in. And Sam Presti has Tre Mann on the top of his board, according to Woj. That's a nice pick. Oh my goodness. I like that. So OKC's had an incredible night because Tre Mann, Josh Giddey. Tre Mann is a bucket getter. He reminds me kind of like a prime, like, what was his name? I mean, you want to say Lou Williams, Jamal Crawford. Jamal Crawford in his prime, just a guy that can get buckets, and he might be more than that because I think he can actually like play make for other players. That guy, if Tre Mann turns out to be one of the top 5 guys in this draft, don't be surprised because that guy can get buckets and he can play make, and if he can just defend at a good enough level, I like that pick. That's like perfect spot. Like that's where you're getting someone that maybe should have gone higher, and so you're getting him at 18, and maybe you would have picked him at 16, you know? So that's really nice. OKC's really good at doing the NBA, right? OKC is fantastic. Let's see. So we're going to update. So SLC Dunk's updated. Nice. Let's just double check and make sure everything's right. I like Tre Mann. I think OKC's having a great night. Number 1 on my board in terms of nights is Orlando. They get an A+. And usually you get an A+ because someone made a mistake, and I think Toronto made a mistake by not taking Jalen Suggs. Which maybe means Toronto's trying to re-sign Kyle Lowry. But watch out for like the Pelicans. They've got cap space now. They might make a run at someone like Mike Conley. We shall see. Um no, I can't remember. I think the Pelicans have a new coach again. I can't remember his name. I forgot. It's an assistant. I can't remember. Kai Jones is going to drop. There's no way I'm picking Kai Jones anywhere, in the first round maybe. I'm not a fan. Johnson is dropping like a rock. That guy was projected to be better, and he has just become. Whew, he has fallen down. All right, so 18 is into OKC, and we are now moving to 19, which is the New York Knicks. There's players on the board for the Knicks. Nice players. We just talked about Sharif Cooper. I really like him. Jaden Springer's on the board. Usman Garuba is still on the board. That's crazy. That guy is an incredible defender. I'm just surprised. I don't know. I love Garuba, and if he is available, I mean, that's a nice pick for the Knicks, although the Knicks need shooting. So just if they're going off of need, which most teams really shouldn't do, but you're now later in the 20s, and if there's a guy that can really fill in, I think they need a playmaker. Sharif Cooper is that. And I think Sharif Cooper could be really nice. Bones Highland. Nashawn Highland, best nickname in the draft, Bones. Really solid bucket getter and might be nice. There's some nice guys here. Or Jared Butler. Jared Butler, who I actually like a little more than Davion Mitchell, guys. I really like Jared Butler, and he could be someone that's really nice for the Knicks at 19. They've got some nice options. At this point, you hope your scouting department is good, because the difference between Sharif Cooper and Jared Butler could be the difference between borderline all-star and a backup guard. If Sharif Cooper can learn how to shoot threes, that guy is an all-star waiting to happen. There is a little bit of Chris Paul to that guy. He is so fast, guys. I mean, and I actually think Sharif Cooper, and I know we talked about Davion Mitchell a little bit. That guy is so fast. And maybe that's why Davion Mitchell might be, like, I think Lee was talking about earlier, he might be amazing. The Sharif Cooper is going to have more space in the NBA. I think Sharif Cooper is going to be a 10 assist guy per game. Like, he's going to be awesome. And I think the Knicks should take Sharif Cooper. That's my guess. We'll see what they do. I think the pick might be in. Means maybe they already picked because they were excited. The Knicks are trading the 19th pick to Charlotte for a first-round pick. Okay. Charlotte has been targeting Kai Jones. So the Knicks trade the pick, and Kai Jones goes to the Charlotte. Charlotte's having a pretty decent night, guys. Let's see here. All right, let's go back. We've got to update SLC Dunk. If you aren't on the SLC Dunk draft thread, shame on you. Go to slcdunk.com and you can see that. Kai Jones. Yep, good job, Anthony. So let's update this. All right. Kai Jones. So some people really like Kai Jones. Let's see. So Kai Jones, he's an athletic big man. He showed that he could shoot. I don't know if he's that much different than like Greg Brown, who was on the same team. Like, were they that much different? He can defend and block shots, and he's super athletic. So they got their big man, and we talked about that earlier for Charlotte. They do need a big man. So I kind of like this. I mean, if you really like him and he turns out to be awesome, then you're pretty happy. The guy is got big, like, nice size, and he did shoot the ball at high percentage, even though it was on low numbers. So this is a guy that you can have getting lobs from LaMelo. I like it. So let's see. What do we got from Charlotte? We've got at 19, you've got Charlotte taking Kai Jones. And then let's see here. Charlotte, I believe, at 13. Oh no, that was Indiana. Where were we? Charlotte has had a nice draft. James Bouknight and Kai Jones, so they filled need with the big. And James Bouknight might be a really nice counterpart to LaMelo Ball for years. Atlanta at number 20, Jalen Johnson. So he kind of falls to 20 and falls where a lot of people, I think, I thought he might fall even farther, so that's interesting. Jalen Johnson at 20. Atlanta makes nice picks, and we'll see. They've done a good job drafting last year. Everyone wants to clown them for the Luka Doncic trade, but that actually turned out pretty good because Trae Young has turned out to be really nice. So Jalen Johnson, another big, that maybe means that maybe they're going to trade John Collins. Could the Utah Jazz trade for John Collins tonight? Let me know in the comments. What do you guys think? John Collins to the Jazz for Bojan Bogdanovic, the number 30 pick, and maybe Joe Ingles or something? What do you guys think? I would do that. I'm gonna send a tweet. Can I send a tweet, guys? Is that okay? But I like Jalen Johnson for the Hawks. I mean, there were some things where he left early to go just prepare for the draft. It makes you wonder, like, does this guy love basketball a little bit? But he has the body. It's kind of an upside pick. Let's see. Let me just write this out. So picking Johnson for Atlanta. Let's see. And I can't tell you how much I love John Collins, guys. I love him. I really love him. And so if he could be available for the Jazz for the 30 pick and you figure out a way to bring him on and give him a contract he's excited about, sign and trade, sign and trade, sign and trade, sign and trade. That would be amazing. I really like Charlotte's draft, so let's just take a recap again. Charlotte has had a nice draft, filled some needs with some upside, players that are going to be nice. Bouknight, Kai Jones, awesome. Memphis getting Trey Murphy. Let's see. Or New Orleans has quietly had a nice draft. Trey Murphy at 17. That's a nice pick. I really like that. And then, of course, Orlando to me has had the draft of the night. Jalen Suggs, I mean, he's going to just be such a great pick for them, guys. Suggs and then Franz Wagner, such a nice draft. I love it for Orlando. Shout out to Orlando. And you build around Suggs, man. What a nice draft for them. So nice. I am super impressed. Let's see. New York trades their pick and let's see. New York, let's see, I can't remember. Traded to the Hornets. They pick Kai Jones, so we'll see what New York gets. Hopefully they get something nice, but the Hornets might be really good next year. LaMelo Ball is legit, and they've got LaMelo, Kai Jones. They also pick up Bouknight and Hayward. I mean, that's a fun team. Like, Charlotte just stays fun. And they've got other guys that can fill in. That team might be really solid. If they can, like, come together, year 2 LaMelo Ball might be really nice. LaMelo, Bouknight, Hayward, Kai Jones, if he can develop. I mean, he's a little raw, but he's shown, like, all the tools to be a really nice NBA big. That's a nice pickup for the Charlotte Hornets. All right, and then Atlanta takes Jalen Johnson. That's a scary pick to me because he has upside. You're picking because, maybe there were things out of his control. Does he have the work ethic to do it? I don't know. But let's see. Let's see if we've got the new pick in. Let's go find out. Okay. Let's see. Come on, man. Let's see. Okay. Sometimes Twitter is a weird place. Atlanta is keeping its number 20 pick and Duke's Jalen Johnson at the top of its board. Okay, so that's from Woj. Official. I'm just going to publish this again in case we haven't. Okay, so now we're kind of looking towards 21. Atlanta's pick is in. 21 is New York again from Dallas. By the way, New York won the Porzingis trade. New York 100% won the Porzingis trade. Let's see. Because now they don't have that massive contract. They have cap space to maybe go get somebody, and they got 2 first-round picks. This one's turning into some. I mean, not getting 19 turns into Kai Jones, and they don't need Kai Jones. I would say. So not too bad. Although there's nice guys on the board still. There's like some second round talent in this draft, guys, that I really like. And once pick 30 is done, we're gonna end tonight. And we'll do some draft grades probably tomorrow on the channel. But let's see. I'm trying to look at who's available. So on the board still, Keon Johnson, nice player. Sharif Cooper still on the board. Usman Garuba still on the board. I would love Garuba. I don't know why he hasn't been picked up yet. I would rather have Garuba than Kai Jones. I'm not gonna lie. And then Cameron Thomas still on the board. Some people really like him. He could be a scoring guard. My bet for this pick, if they don't trade it, Cam Thomas, bucket getter. That they, Nick fans, I think would be a big. Sharif Cooper or Cam Thompson's my guess for this pick. We'll see what happens. Let's see. Let's see, guys. If you're the Knicks right now, you also have options, down the board. Maybe there's someone you really like later. Jaden Springer, to me, I mean, he's one of the youngest players in the draft. He's 18, 6'3", absolute awesome defender. I mean, I don't know if but he's a really good on-ball defender. Plays great off-ball defense. Plays super hard. Shot 44% from 3 his freshman year at Tennessee. And he's one of the youngest guys in the draft. Obviously, with him being 18, he's got a lot of developing to do, but those are some really nice skills to build off of at that age. So to me, Jaden Springer is a steal at this point. Jared Butler's on the board. He would be a nice player for them to pick up. He could be their immediate starting point guard. He's the type of guy that maybe Tibbs would be a fan of. Man, some of these guys that went off. Miles McBride is really nice. I like Ayo Dosunmu, and I love JT Thor. I'm hoping for JT Thor for the Jazz. Herb Jones, hyper athletic defender. The guy is just an incredible defender. The question is, can he shoot? And he looks like he can't shoot like a lick. So Bones Highland is still on the board. He's really fun. And then Josh Christopher. Josh Christopher is one of those guys that could possibly be one of those second round steals. The numbers aren't incredible, but his athleticism is off the charts. Just like a baller. So no pick in yet. Let's see. Atlanta is keeping its pick. Robert Hall, can't believe Ben Simmons still hasn't been picked up by anyone in this draft. Yeah, he's got to win his Rookie of the Year this year, right? And maybe the Jazz, who have 2 guys that left the Jazz, so you have Johnny Bryant and Walt Perrin, who used to be on the Jazz last year, are now on the Knicks. Maybe there's that connection, although they kind of fleeced the Jazz last year and dirty dog Dennis Lindsey a little bit. Although Dennis Lindsey wasn't doing a great job for Utah last year or the last 2 or 3, by the way. Not a lot of people in that front office or the coaching staff who had like incredible shining moments last year. I'm not gonna lie. But that's a story for off-season previews. I'm just kind of waiting for this next pick to come in, guys. I really like this spot for the Knicks, and I think, what's crazy is that the Lakers are going to come away with a nice player at 22, which is scary. Let's see. I'm just kind of waiting for Woj to give us the news here. Let's talk about some of these second round guys that might be really nice. Joe Wieskamp is at 42, and that guy might be the best shooter in the draft. That's like, and guess what? He's taller than Matt Thomas, so he might be able to get a shot off. So let's see. That guy might be incredible, but he shot 46% from 3 his last year there, which is weird because he shot 67% from the free throw line. The guy's literally, I mean, he's just kind of a more impressive 3-point shooter, but an unimpressive free throw shooter was just kind of crazy. Not going to be a great defender, but he had an incredible vertical. He might be a steal, and apparently at the combine did really nice. So just reading some of these profiles, really solid. I like Joe Wieskamp as a second-round pick for somebody. Somebody's going to pick him up and be really happy. Apparently, Woj on the broadcast that they're on says there's optimism the Hawks and John Collins will reach a deal at the start of free agency. So maybe that John Collins dream is dead. I don't know. That makes me sad. I'm trying to just look here and see if there's anything out there that's really... Let's see. I don't know, guys. I just want the pick to come in. Let's see. And plus, if anyone's saying, okay, people are saying Trey Mann and Josh Primo might be in there at 30. Maybe Primo, but Trey Mann was not going to be at 30 for the Jazz. Anyone who thought that, sorry. Not the case. Like, even close. Let's pull up Woj here and just see. I'm waiting for this. And you know what? I might just bring in the live stream so we can see what they're saying. All right, let's just pull this up. Yeah. So Cameron Thomas is on the board. Sharif Cooper for the Knicks. Isaiah Jackson. That's another just a big that I just doesn't impress me. Jared Butler's on the board. I don't know, man. ESPN, don't always trust these nationals because honestly, they might not. They do less work than like a lot of fans. I'll be honest. And I know the job's hard. You got to talk about 100 million things, but I don't know. Isaiah Jackson being high. If someone's picking Isaiah Jackson, I could be totally wrong, but I just don't know how you pick Isaiah Jackson in the first round. There's so many guys like that where they're just athletic bigs that run the rim. I mean, the thing that's tough about picking a big like that in the NBA these days is that, I mean, you only have one center, one big on the floor a lot of these times. If you can get like a John Collins who can play big at the power forward and shoot, that's really nice. But most teams, in terms of just like a shot blocking, rim running big, you just don't have a lot of those on the floor these days. I just don't know how you when you can get other. New York is trading number 21 to Detroit. So New York has traded out of both spots. They must not love what's there. I'm kind of surprised because there's still nice players there, like a Sharif Cooper or Jared Butler. There are guys that are going to be on the board for the Jazz. We'll see what Detroit does. They're probably obviously trading first round picks, but Detroit is making moves. I don't mind. So Detroit has Cade Cunningham, and now they are trading to number 21. What's going on here? So Woj is saying New York is trading number 21 to Detroit, but Clippers are selecting number 21 via Knicks and take Keon Johnson. So looks like we better watch Shams because we just got looks like it's to the Clippers. So the Clippers are who are they drafting? I didn't even see. Man, we got to put Shams on top. Shams having a better night than Woj. Shams not on TV, so that's helping him out. Clippers are selecting number 21 via Knicks and take Keon Johnson. Weird. We've had our GMs kind of pulling the leg of Woj. That's kind of wild. Is someone like messing with Woj? I bet Woj is pissed. Woj has got to be pissed. That All-Stars stream. Oh, you bet, Eric. That was awesome. It was nice to see you, Eric. Yeah, by the way, guys, we had the All-Star stream a few days ago. It was really fun. I had a bit long talk with Austin and Eric C joined late. It's always going to be mountain time. I by the way, go to Shams. I think Woj has been dunked on by Shams twice tonight. Not a big night for no, New York has the 25th pick now, and Keon Johnson, we talked about Keon Johnson earlier. He is an absolute monster, like crazy athlete. The 48-inch vertical, 4 feet in the air, incredible from a standstill to jump. Austin's in LA. We had the fun chat. So if you want to join the All-Stars, we have a once-a-month chat. I don't think we had one last month. It was hard to catch everyone during the playoffs. We had a couple, actually, last month. But sometimes it turns into a one-on-one chat, and I had a lot of fun just talking to Austin. And then Eric C. came in with his Laker buddy. I started on the wine a little early. Thought it was West Coast time. No worries. We still got a good little chat in. Let's see. So Knicks traded number 21, Keon Johnson, to the Clippers, and New York now has number 25. So they move back again. They're probably getting something else. They probably didn't love Keon Johnson. Keon Johnson needs to prove that he can shoot. He has definitely proven he's an incredible athlete and can defend. That's the thing. So Detroit now has, let's see. No, it wasn't Detroit. It was the Clippers. They have another defender who can jump through the roof. Incredible athletes on the wing, and it helped them beat the Jazz in the playoffs with just having athletes. And if he can figure out how to shoot, then that's a nice pick. That's an upside pick. So we shall see. But let's see. I am going to pull up. So the Knicks are now at 25. New York traded 21. We're now on the board for the Los Angeles Lakers of California. Let's see. So Shams just tweeted the Wizards, who got that pick from the Lakers. That's right. So 22 goes to the Wizards, and for the Westbrook trade, and for Westbrook, let's see. Oh, Woj is pissed. He's like explaining why he said what he said. Isaiah Jackson. I don't know, man. Not a great pick. Not a great pick. You trade Westbrook and you get Isaiah Jackson? I don't know. That's nice for teams like after 22. There are guys on the board. And you could get Jared Butler. There's nice guys on the board. JT Thor is still on the board, by the way. Yeah, that's interesting. So we now have Houston. Let's see. So does Houston still have 23 and 24? I cannot remember. Houston has both 23 and 24. Woo. Usman Garuba is still on the board, by the way. Unbelievable. I think he's amazing. Eric C. In Quinn we trust. Maybe. I guess we'll find out if it was all Dennis Lindsey, right? Quinn's got to prove it. Quinn's got to prove it wasn't his fault because he chose to not play a lot of guys last year that could have helped. Isaiah Jackson is being traded to Indiana from geez, how do you keep up with this? So Washington takes Isaiah Jackson, who's going to Indiana. They get a big. That's interesting. So that means Indiana's making some sort of trade. So Indiana at 13 has Chris Duarte. Someone's trading him because that did seem high. Maybe someone's giving them a player for 13 and 22, maybe? Let's see. Wow. All right, let's see what's going on here. Isaiah Jackson is being traded to Indiana. Okay, so we don't know what's for, but maybe Washington made a nice, Maybe Washington's trading for Miles Turner. That's interesting. He'd be a solid center for them. If they're trading Duarte and Jackson for Miles Turner, maybe. That's interesting. I don't know if I love it, but that's something. Uh, interesting. I don't know. Man, my basement, does your guys' basement get cold? Because mine gets cold. You know what? Woj is getting his butt kicked by Shams tonight. Woj took a step back. Oh my goodness. Woj got shammed. Shamwowed. All right. Well, let's see. So this is crazy. I don't know what this trade. We're kind of waiting for the details of this trade for Isaiah. Wizards send number 22 Isaiah Jackson to Indiana for Aaron Holiday? That's all it took? Huh. I don't know if that really does anything for either of them because I'm not a big fan of Isaiah Jackson. And oh, you got Furby Jr. with the emoji. That's hilarious. That is so funny, Furby. That's amazing, Furby. Yeah, the James emoji. That doesn't really do much for either team. Maybe Aaron Holiday getting more play now that Russell Westbrook's gone. Who knows? Um, I don't know. Let's go look at Aaron Holiday's numbers because he's been in the league a couple years now. Aaron Holiday. Let's see. So Aaron Holiday, last year, 7 points a game, 1 rebound, 1 assist. I mean, 1.3 rebounds, 1.9, so about 2 assists. 39 from the field, but 36% from three. So he's an league average 3-point shooter, which is not bad. Being league average is solid. You need to be 36% to be on the floor and be considered a consistent 3-point shooter. But the 39% field goal percentage is a little rough. And his career, he's 40%, 37% from three. So I don't know. I guess they just aren't a big fan of Aaron Holiday, and maybe the. I mean, that's I don't know. That's too like, what are the Wizards doing? What are you doing? You could get Usman Garuba, who is a proven defender, and you don't, and you pick Isaiah Jackson to trade for Aaron Holiday. Just go get Jared Butler. What are you like? Washington's stupid, guys. I'm sorry. Let's just be honest. That's stupid. He is getting manscaped. By the way, let's just give a shout out to Manscaped. Manscaped.com. I don't have the read in front of me. Make sure that you go get manscaped.com. HoopsNerd20 is the promo code. Manscaped is awesome. It will get you 20% off shipping and free shipping, 20% off. So 20% off plus free shipping. It will save you about $20 on average. Right there, that was that performance package. The cologne, which smells really nice. Ask the missus, am I right? The weed whacker, I love this thing for my nose hair and my ear hair. As you get older, things start growing out of here and not out here. So manscaped.com, hoopsnerd20 is the promo code. Guys, this is crazy. That is a bad, I don't know. I don't understand what Washington's doing. That's crazy. Sometimes teams make such stupid picks, man. So dumb. Let's see. Wizards will receive number 31 along with Aaron Holiday from Indiana too. So they move back, I guess. Congrats on the 39% shooter from the field. What is Washington doing, guys? Like, and you know, what is Indiana doing? Like Isaiah Jackson, that's who you wanted? I mean, I don't get it. Houston is targeting Usman Garuba. No! No, we knew he wasn't going to land at the Jazz. So Usman Garuba now goes to Houston. That's a nice pick. That's a nice pick. that team got better. Jalen Green, Alprin Sanguine, however you say that, and now Usman Garuba. Usman Garuba is a better player than Sanguine, I bet. I promise you, in like a couple years, they'll be surprised that he went after Sanguine. Although maybe Sanguine, that could be like a really nice pick. Houston, Jalen Green is the big win for them because I think he's going to be solid, and he has just like the mentality to be amazing. Let's see. Robert Hall, Woj escaped. That's right. Sham Wojed. Yep. But anyways, Houston just like got a better player than what is Washington doing? Some teams are so bad at this, guys. You know when someone says like, "Well, why don't you go be a general manager?" Well, yeah, you know what? I could go in there and make a better pick than the freaking Washington Wizards. Unbelievable, some of these teams, the dumb picks they make. Usman Garuba is a steal at 23. Absolutely. And maybe he doesn't figure out how to shoot consistently, whatnot. At worst, Garuba has incredible, incredible defensive potential. Like, honestly, we saw Scotty Barnes go number 4 overall, and I don't know how much better he is than Usman Garuba. Like, Garuba's a better shooter than Scotty Barnes probably already. And Garuba has like been dominating in the Olympics. Now it's going to be different in the league, in the NBA, but that's a nice pick for Houston. Like, that's nice. Houston did a nice thing. And now I believe, did they trade? I don't believe Houston has traded their second pick. Did they pick 2 in a row? Yeah, because we were talking about what happened here? Because Indiana gets the pick from Washington because that got multiple from Houston to be traded to Washington via Indiana. Or no, that's 31. Usman Garuba, let's see. Washington got for Russell Westbrook, they get Aaron Holiday. Oh man, that's stupid. And then Isaiah Jackson when they could have gotten Usman Garuba. What are you doing? Josh Christopher at number 24 for the Houston Rockets. Nice pick. That's a nice upside pick. That guy has a chance to be really solid. He's athlete, can get his own shot. He's one of those guys that looks really good, and the ball just hasn't gone in as much as you would think. Yeah, that's man. So we're gonna update draft board here. Let's see. Man. Sources Rockets. Josh Christopher at 24 is nice. I like Josh Christopher. I know some people aren't big Josh Christopher fans. I like him. I think he's a nice pickup. I think he's someone that could have gone higher actually because he just has a lot of upside. Athlete. He's the highest rated player that I believe Arizona has ever had come into their program. So he's really nice in terms of upside. Now, he may not turn into much. He may be like a bench player for his career, like a 6th man. But if he's a nice 6th man and you got him at like 24, that's great. Getting anyone that can be a rotation player in the 20s is nice. So I actually don't mind that pick at all. I think Houston's had a nice draft, guys. Houston's had a pretty solid, nice draft. Let's see. Let's see. So now on the board, Houston has had LA Clippers traded to New York. So the Knicks are back on the board. Let's update the SLC Dunk thread. And let's see what is next. Man, you know what? ESPN just cannot get out of their way. Like, I'm just not a big, like, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of what's his name? Mr. Carry On. What's his name? Quentin Grimes goes 25. Lots of people loved Quentin Grimes on Utah's staff. He goes to the Knicks. Oh, man. Elliot coming in the chat. Welcome, Elliot. Let's see. Quentin Grimes off the board. Let's see. So Quentin Grimes. Oh my gosh. Uh, he Quentin Grimes is an interesting story. He came out as a really nicely. He was like a really highly touted pick his first year coming out, and he went to Kansas and just did not do well. Did terrible. And ended up transferring to Houston. He was just not good. He was incredibly disappointing. I don't think any like highly touted guys should ever go to Kansas, by the way. That coach is suck at I forgot his name, but he sucks at developing young talent. But anyways, Grimes goes to Houston, reinvents himself, kind of becomes a 3-and-D type guy. I know we use that term a lot, but he became a nice three-point shooter at Houston, and he can defend. He's not like a finishing high at the rim. That's what makes me nervous, is a guy that can't make it you know, on Kansas. He goes to a lesser conference, lesser opponents, still can't finish at the rim. Makes me think this guy might not have offensive toughness. He could just be a shooter. Are the Jazz getting Thor, baby? Oh my gosh. Are we getting some... I don't know. I got to be careful about what I share on here. If the Jazz get JT Thor, my goodness. Quentin Grimes at 25 is actually good news for the Jazz. Jared Butler's on the board, Elliot. Still on the board, and we're at 26. So right now on the board, we're looking at Denver. Denver might take JT Thor. I'm scared a little bit. But let's see. I love JT Thor, guys. I think JT Thor, and plus, like, if Thor is on the Jazz, you immediately have all the incredible puns and nicknames like Thor's Hammer. He's still on the board, but I could see Denver going after him, having another big that can shoot, kind of in the Jeremy Grant mold a little bit, and they lose Jeremy Grant, who goes to Detroit. By the way, Detroit might be really solid next year. They got Detroit's roster is actually filled with some nice young talent. Let's see. Let's see. Jeremy Grant, Killian Hayes, if he turns into anything, that's nice. Sadiq Bey was quietly one of the best rookies last year. Hamidou Diallo is improving. That Detroit team, don't be surprised if that team is in the playoffs next year. They've gotten some nice picks. Sadiq Bey is really solid, and you've surround Killian Hayes and Cade Cunningham with shooters. Really nice. I like Detroit's team. They're gonna be really nice. Bones Highland's still on the board, by the way. Let's see. So I just don't want to miss the pick when it comes in, guys. Andy Larson said 2 hours ago I've heard they don't like Nehemias Queta or JT Thor. I like him. And guess what? The Jazz picked freaking Udoka last year, and how did that turn out? So we'll see. Miles McBride is nice, though. My wife is going to get ice cream. Do I want ice cream, guys? No, I don't. I'm already fat enough as it is. All right, let's see. Okay. You know what? Sometimes I want to put people on blast, and I don't. Can I just find freaking Shams? I need Shams. Gosh, I can't find it. We just have to do the old-fashioned way here. Oh, let's see. All right, let's see. I can't believe they missed on Usman Garuba. That sucks. He was really nice. So Quentin Grimes is still the last pick. Yeah, I don't know. Don't listen to people on Twitter too much. Yes. Okay. So we've got Shams up. He's been one of the best guys of the night. Sorry, I've missed the chat a little bit. Houston is doing good. They have some really nice young players like Kevin Porter Jr. Porter Jr. is a pretty nice player. He's, you've got to make sure he's got his head on straight sometimes, but really nice player. I want the Jazz to take Jared Butler from Baylor. He's nice. If the Jazz pick a center, I will lose my mind. I agree. You can't pick yeah, I agree. I'll lose my mind as well. I heard the Jazz don't like Thor. That's what Andy Larson said. Maybe. Jazz need 3 and D. It's just tough at this point, Elliot. There's not a lot left. Grimes just went off the board. I don't know who else is actually 3 and D that's still on the board besides JT Thor. I don't understand. If they don't like JT Thor, I don't know what they're doing. Bones Highland is nice. Miles McBride is. So here's what Andy Larson said. Some prospects who I've heard the Jazz like, and who knows, he could be completely locked into the Jazz front office. Chris Duarte, and this was 2 hours ago. Trey Murphy, gone. Miles McBride's on the board. Bones Highland's on the board. Quentin Grimes is gone. I've heard they don't like Nehemias Queta or JT Thor. Well, I like JT Thor, so neener. Quentin Grimes is a nice defender. Man. I guess we'll see, guys. All right. I like JT Thor, and if he turns into something big and the Jazz had a chance to get him and they don't. Sharif Cooper is nice, but we shall see. Denver is still on the board. We are still. All right, let's see. What do we have here? Yeah, actually, if the Jazz are saying that, is that a secret way to tell other people not to pick him? Denver, number 26, Nashawn Lee Bones Highland. Best nickname yeah, he does. Best nickname in the draft. Bones Highland goes to Denver. Nice pick. Denver just makes nice picks. Doggone it. Bones Highland was nice, guys. Doggone it. Bones Highland to Denver. Denver just keeps getting better. Every year they'd make nice picks. Going at 26 and getting Bones Highland, man. Jared Butler's still on the board, by the way. If you get Jared Butler, and maybe he's good enough and he can fill that role that you might not be super worried about drafting or re-signing Conley if you think Jared Butler is really good. So let's see. And shout out to Anthony. He's been amazing. Cam Thomas is still available. Jared Butler, Miles McBride, Jaden Springer is awesome. Sharif Cooper's still on the board. DeSunmo, Bones Highland is just gone. And then JT Thor. I like Thor. Let's see. Yeah, doggone it. Bones Highland's really nice, guys. He's actually one of those guys. I don't know why he wasn't higher, because he's fun. He's fun to watch. Bones Highland is a nice player. Shout out to Denver. They make nice picks. Just have 3 and D and Mie and 3 and me with Elijah. Man. Elijah Hughes should be playing more, by the way. Are the Jazz trading out of this pick? I don't even know, because we know that the Jazz are trading at some point. At least that's all the rumors that have come from everywhere saying that the Jazz are trying to trade Derek Favors. Denver is still listening to trade offers at number 26, but if they keep it, they're focused on VCU guard Bones Highland. So maybe someone's trying to trade into that pick to get Bones Highland. I like him. I'd just keep him because now you have a nice scorer on your team. It's just really nice. Man, oh man, guys, some of these teams just are good at this. They make the solid, nice pick. There's just nice guys on the board still. Of the guys on the board, I like JT Thor because just the physical stuff is there. Jared Butler might be better than Davion Mitchell. I don't know why he's falling there. Was the health concerns with him? And Miles McBride is a bulldog defender. That guy could be really good next to Mitchell as like a point of attack defender against guards. Like you kind of need that guy. And maybe they, and Jaden Springer too. Young defender. There's some nice guys that are going to be on the board because right now we're at 26. So we've got 3 picks ahead of the Jazz, Brooklyn, Philadelphia, and Phoenix. If it goes like McBride, Springer, and Butler, I'm going to be bummed because those are 3 really good players. But of JT Thor, those 4 guys, someone's going to be on the board for the Jazz. The Jazz, if they just pick 30, who here is just waiting to watch hoops rage after the Jazz make their pick and we pick like, who knows McGee is who the Jazz picked like last year? Oh my gosh. Furby Jr., yes, D Faves is kind of washed. I mean, he has moments where he's really good. He's just so chronically hurt and like degenerative back issues and knee issues for Favors. It just sucks. Like he's never going to be 100% for a full year. Let's see. So, what's going on? I think Shams is my guy right now. Shams is just killing it tonight. Denver so we're still just on 26. So 27 is Brooklyn. They have really nice players on the board that are going to fill in the gaps with the team that if Brooklyn's healthy next year, probably winning the title if they stay healthy. They just have 3 Hall of Famers. I mean, Kyrie is a borderline. I don't know if Kyrie will make the Hall of Fame, but he did win a title. And if Kyrie is your 3rd scorer, that means your offense is crazy. So the Brooklyn Nets are going to get a nice player because there's solid players on the board still. It's crazy. Brooklyn is overall probably a better team than the Jazz, and they're getting a better pick than Utah. Not getting out of the 2nd round last year was such a fail, guys. Such a fail for the Jazz. You know what? Taking the headphones off. I'm not even listening to anything. Yeah, I don't think you give Denver anything for. I love Bones Highland, but I'm not trading anything for him because there's other guys on this board. Like Ayo Dosunmu is a nice player. I like Ayo Dosunmu a lot. Let's see. Oh boy, I'm trying to. I don't even know what Brooklyn does at this point. You just like make a nice pick. I could see them going for JT Thor, actually. I think the Jazz are picking at 30, by the way, though. If we haven't heard by now, there must be someone on the board they like, or maybe they're trading out right now. I don't know. I don't know, guys. But thank you to everyone who's on the stream right now. It's going pretty well. We've been going for over 2 hours. Let's just recap a little bit here. Indiana, weird night. That was dumb. They didn't do well. The Wizards, who was it? Dumb moves of the night, brought to you by the Hoops Nerd channel. So this 21 pick with, let's see. Clippers getting Keon Johnson. I like that, actually. Just a defender that can jump through the roof. Washington is dumb because they traded for Aaron Holiday with so they could get Isaiah Jackson. Just dumb. Washington had a bad night, and I don't know. Hoops Nerd will turn into Hoops Nerd. Denver would probably not give the Jazz Dim Bones. No, that would make me annoyed. If we trade up for and you know what? If we trade Bones Highland and we get rid of a contract, that's better than nothing. Because I like Bones and I think he could be really, really nice. Let's see. We're just kind of waiting, guys. We ate all our chips. The hummus is we've eaten enough hummus tonight, and I went through a whole 44 of Diet Mountain Dew to do this. Let's see. Josh Christopher is solid. I actually think the Rockets had a pretty good night. Usman Garuba and Josh That's going to be a fun team. I don't know if Houston's going to win a lot of games, but they are going to be interesting. Usman Garuba at 23 to me is one of the steals of this draft. Not compared to getting Jalen Suggs at 5. That's unbelievable for Orlando. But Houston getting Garuba at 23 is nice. That is nice. He might be, he has all defense, like team possibilities. I just would be surprised if he's not first, second, or third team All NBA at some point. He's going to be so good. Brooklyn ain't getting any younger, but they're going to get a nice player this draft. DW. DW to CB, my man. Let's see. Brooklyn has been killing it. I don't know what's going on. We don't have the live stream. I'm not watching it right now. So I can't tell. But let's see. Suggs going 5 is crazy, Robert. Robert Hall said, I don't understand why Suggs went so late. The thing is this is like a deep draft, and it's kind of like it doesn't have like the guy that's like LeBron that's going to be just incredibly dominant, but like the top 4 guys are all awesome. And I'm not saying Scotty Barnes. I'm thinking Jalen Suggs. Brooklyn, number 27, Cam Thomas. Awesome. That's a solid pick for them. He's a bucket getter. That's a nice pick for Brooklyn. I like that. But that means guys that I like are on the board for the Jazz. I didn't want Cam Thomas for the Jazz. So congrats to Brooklyn. They got a bucket getter. The Jazz don't need more bucket getters. The Jazz need wing defense. They need a possible backup point guard / possible future point guard to replace Mike Conley if he leaves, because it sounds like Mike Conley's coming back to the Jazz, but it's not for sure. But Cam Thomas to Brooklyn's nice. But Orlando just getting Jalen Suggs is incredible. That guy's going to be so good, guys. Orlando's going to be good next year. They just are. That guy is a winner, and he's going to be fun to watch. I wanted Jalen Suggs so bad. Let's see. And looks like maybe the Jazz are trading out. Let's see. Here's what Locke's saying, and I don't always. Most of the players on the board are young with upside a few years down the road. That doesn't match where the Utah Jazz are right now. Not sure I see a player on the board who breaks Jazz rotation next year. Well, we also know that Quinn doesn't play rookies or young players ever, so it doesn't really matter who they draft. But there's nice players, and I think Jared Butler is going to be a really nice player. And if he's there at 30, that's nice. And if the Jazz don't like JT Thor, I don't know. I love AO. And Locke can maybe, who knows what Locke's doing. I don't think the Jazz front office is putting out feelers to see what fans think. Like, the Jazz front office is not caring about the Jazz fans for their pick. But anyways, let me just reply here to Anthony. Let's see. Eric C, I don't drink, but the same. I'm chugging this bottle of wine if we get a center. Eric C. Yeah, that's gonna be. Although, are you doing that anyway, Eric? I wonder if you're doing that anyway. But yeah, Suggs was awesome. That's a nice pick for Detroit, though. Cam Thomas, a nice player. Like, he'll be a nice 6-man type guy. But that means Miles McBride's still on the board. There's some nice guys still on the board, guys. So we're looking at Philadelphia, dumpster fire Philadelphia right now, trying to trade Ben Simmons. and I just don't see it happening. I just don't see anyone giving them what they're asking for. Daryl Morey screwed the pooch on that, by the way. Ain't nobody giving what Daryl Morey is asking for Ben Simmons. I'm not giving a bag of chips. I ain't giving up my used up hummus for Ben Simmons. All right? I don't want that guy on my team. That guy, like, you saw the report with Ben Simmons, they can't even get a hold of him. Like, the team can't even hardly talk to the guy. And you're telling me Ben Simmons is going to be getting his jumper ready? Like, there's no way. And the things they were asking for were wild. In fact, let's look it up, because I was going to do something on it, but I'm just not that worried. Oh, I don't think I marked it. Dang it. But yeah, there's just no way. There's just no way that they're going to get anything other. Like, the best type of thing they're probably going to get is like maybe like with Portland with what's his face? What's the second guard on Portland? I've been doing this for 2.5 hours, guys. I'm losing my brain power here. They're not. It looks like, and there were reports out today by Jade Dumas or whoever that they were hoping to trade Ben Simmons tonight. It ain't happening. It didn't happen. No one's given up anything of super high value for Simmons besides like a nice role player. CJ McCollum, that's the guy. You might be able to get CJ McCollum. And honestly, I would trade Ben Simmons for CJ McCollum. Ben Simmons, like, how many times does he have to fail before like the Sixers figure it out? You know? Like, at a certain point you are what you are. So let's see. You know, these aggregators are funny. Like, sometimes I just think, man. Let's see. Let's see what we're going at. So 28 is 28 is Philly. Duh. Man, I'm getting slow, guys. It's been a long stream. We are losing our brain power with you. Waiting to see what the Jazz pick is. David Locke has been on vacation in Hawaii, so although he could be on the phone, it's not clear that he has inside info. Guys, he might. I don't think that they're really. That's David Locke's thoughts. Let's just say that. He could be wrong. Andy Larson, I don't know. He could be right too. He's heard they don't like JT Thor. Maybe. I like JT Thor. Go watch the tape. The guy has like incredible upside. But let's see. We're on 28 for Philadelphia. Honestly, when you're this late in the draft, you just pick the best player available on your board, and there's some nice guys still out there. This was a good list. Jared Butler, nice. Miles McBride, nice. Jaden Springer. It's crazy that there are nice players on the board right now. I don't know. DeSunmo, one of these guys is going to go to the Jazz. JT Thor. The Jazz have nice picks. I don't understand why David Locke would say that. I just disagree with him. And maybe his base is just really big on just like doing the same old thing every time, I guess. On the Hoops Nerd channel, we don't like to settle for whatever, you know? Hey James, are you a Ute or BYU? I am Boise State. I guess I'm both. I don't know. I live in Utah. I root for both of them. I guess sometimes I lean BYU, but I also root for the Utes. I also like Boise State because I grew up in Idaho for a good portion of my teen years. I guess Weber State as well. I also root for Ohio State. My wife's from Ohio, so I'm kind of an Ohio State. I'm not a big college person, by the way, guys. I don't really care. Ohio State, a little bit. I don't know. Does that answer your question? So I don't know if you guys, you know who I am? Utah Jazz / NBA. That's who I am. Let's see. Also, I'm kind of, I guess I am a little BYU because I'm kind of interested in the Jets this year, but they need to sign what's his name? What's his name? Wilson, the quarterback. He needs to sign a contract. uh yeah, I don't know. And you know what? You know what I would like, and I'm gonna just change gears because I don't care about college very much. Uh the Jazz need to pick players that are good, and Quinn Snyder needs to play them. And we're gonna talk about this right now as we wait for this 28 pick to go to Philadelphia and see what they do. The Jazz are going to have to pare things down this year, especially if they're trading for Mike Conley or if they're re-signing Mike Conley. The Jazz are going to have a core of, if they just re-sign Mike Conley, of Mike Conley, Donovan Mitchell, Rudy Gobert. That's their three best players. And then they still have on the books, they still have Royce O'Neal, Jordan Clarkson, Joe Ingles is still on the team, and then a bunch of rookies that Quinn Snyder wouldn't play. And now the Jazz have contract issues, and Quinn Snyder didn't just, and George Niang, who I like during the regular season, but we saw against the Los Angeles Clippers, he could not stay on the floor. Just the athleticism was too much. He couldn't cut it, and he wasn't hitting shots like he was regular season. And it's just like, in the playoffs, you better put up or shut up, But anyway, Zach Wilson signed today. Awesome. I'm rooting for the. So I guess I am slightly BYU, but I work at University Credit Union. I have a lot of connections to the U, so I root for both. But I don't know. Who cares? But anyways, the Jazz. Quinn Snyder did not play any of the young players. So guess what? The Jazz are going to lose George Niang. He's not going to play next year. They might be trading Joe Ingles from all. Oh, and Bojan Bogdanovic. We know those guys can play, but we also saw that the Jazz got out. Whether Conley played or not, the Jazz did not have the athleticism to keep up with those guys. They might have won that series if they were healthy, but that would have taken Kawhi Leonard to be hurt to beat them. How did the Jazz beat them if Kawhi Leonard was still healthy? I don't believe they do. The problem is the Jazz did not play Miye Oni, Juwan Morgan, Jarrell Brantley. They did see Trent Forrest, but a lot of times Quinn Snyder had Trent Forrest sitting in the corner shooting threes when we know that he can't shoot corner threes. His best skill is having the ball in his hands. And so Miye Oni went 5 for 6 yesterday for Nigeria and was awesome and helped beat Team USA in exhibition with Team Nigeria, along with Usman Garuba, by the way. Quinn Snyder just refused to play him unless like Mike Conley was injured all year, and even then he had a short leash. If he ever made a mistake, he was gone. It's not good enough. It's got to be better. Let's see. So the pick is in for Jaden Springer at 28. Dang it. I like Jaden Springer. Nice pick for the Philadelphia 76ers. Jaden Springer's really nice. Anyways, moral of the story is the Jazz team is going to be pared down. We're probably going to see Derek Favors gone. We never saw Udoka play. I know he got injured, but we never saw him. How good is he? No one knows. No one knows. He could be really solid. Who knows? And we know that Quinn Snyder had some petty, stupid thing with Dennis Lindsey because Quinn Snyder won the argument. But guess what? You have no idea what you have now. So the Jazz have like 5 or 6 young players that they know nothing about in regular season games. And we don't know if that's Quinn or them. Does Quinn just not play them because Dennis Lindsey picked them and they had a feud? Because we know that Quinn didn't like Udoka in the draft. Shout out to Quinn Snyder, who, wouldn't play a guy that he doesn't like. So everything we wondered about where Quinn just doesn't like to play players turned out to be true. 100%. So everyone who's saying like, oh, they just can't get on the floor. No, we found out from actual concrete sources that he just didn't like him in the draft and he just refused to play him during the year. And on top of that, because of that, ran Derek Favors into the ground. So in the playoffs, Derek Favors wasn't able to keep going at a high rate. So it's tough. Utah is not in the mode where they can just run everything back. I know everyone wants to say hashtag run it back. You can't. You have to pare down. You just do. And if it's not now, it's by the end of the year. You're going to have to pare it down. And you're probably having to trade this number 30 pick if you don't, if they're going to trade this pick for, just to get rid of Derek Favors, that sucks. That sucks. But you know why that? Like, it sucks for one to lose a pick and not get a nice player, because guess what? We still have guys on the board that are nice. Jaden Springer was really nice, but guess what? JT Thor's still on the board. Jared Butler's still on the board. I think Sharif Cooper's still on the board. I can't believe Sharif Cooper hasn't been picked. Has he been picked? He's like, I don't know. He is undersized, but he defends. I don't know, man. If Sharif Cooper's on the board, man. Ooh, it's just that jump shot that I think people are scared of. But man, Sharif Cooper is nice. But anyway, if he's gonna trade number 30, I'm pissed. I'm pissed, and I'm pissed at the coach. Because guess what? You don't know how good Doak is. Jaden Springer, really nice player. And guess what? Philadelphia is gonna play him. He's not gonna be like, I don't know. We'll see. He's got upside though. That guy is young, can shoot, and defends. So we'll see. That's a nice pickup. Cam Thomas can get buckets. My guess is like the Brooklyn Nets, who have James Harden, Kevin Durant, and Kyrie Irving, found ways to get young players on the floor. Utah Jazz apparently can't find ways to get these guys on the floor. It pisses me off. Like, it pisses me off. And now we're paying for it. Jared Butler's still on the floor. That guy should freaking get minutes. That guy can shoot. Quinn Snyder can't get a guy on the floor unless he like absolutely shoots 40+% from three, does everything right, defends. And that's the other thing that pisses me off. Elijah Hughes should have gotten on the floor, guys. So stupid. Oh my gosh. If this goes the way I think it's gonna go. Oh my gosh. I just don't get it. I don't understand. Like, I guess, everyone's just a brilliant genius on the Jazz front office, except until Dennis Lindsey got fired. And then everyone changes their story after the fact. Eric C. Hughes had no defense. How would we know, Eric? How would we know? Like, that's the thing that pisses me off, is like, we say, oh, Hughes needs to learn how to be a defender. Well, then Jordan Clarkson was a great defender. George Niang, were those great defenders? Bojan Bogdanovic, consistently great defender. Is it just like who Quinn likes, or is it like legit? Because no one on that Jazz team, like Joe Ingles couldn't defend a freaking goalpost last playoffs. He couldn't at all. At nothing. And he wasn't even playing particularly well in the Clipper series, and he just gets run out there. And against the Denver series, Quinn just puts freaking Joe Ingles on Jamal Murray all game and just watches him get destroyed. But, Elijah Hughes has to prove he can play defense. It's a double standard. It's a double standard. 1 second, guys. You want to say hi to everyone? Dessa. Do you guys want to say hi to Dessa, my other daughter, before the Jazz make daddy make me? This is everyone watching live.
Hi. Hi. Hello.
She needs to get back to bed. She needs to get back to bed.
Am I actually in the video?
You are. She's in the video. Everyone say hi to Dessa. Apparently this is the funniest thing ever. Let's see. So anyways, all right, you gotta go to bed. Here, give me a hug. Good night. All right, guys. So if what I don't like is double standards. That's what I don't like. That's what I don't like. We just traded. Oh my gosh, did it just happen? Son of a. Utah has traded number 30 to Memphis. What did we get? The Nets select Dayron Sharp at 29. What is going on? I missed it. I went on a rant. What's going on? Phoenix, Dayron. Jaden Springer, Dayron Sharp. What did. So they traded back. What is going on? No, 29 is. What is going on? Shams messed up. I don't know what's going on. Oh my gosh. Get off my. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Utah has traded number 30 to Memphis. Per source, Memphis is targeting Santi Aldama? Santi Aldama? I don't know. Okay. We did not miss out on anybody. Salty Aldama? I don't know who that even is. 29. Nets are picking after the Landry Shamet trade to Phoenix. Nets are picking 29 and Dayron Sharp. Okay, enjoy him. Okay, that's where I was confused. 29 is the Suns, yes, but 29 got traded to Brooklyn in that trade from earlier for Landry Shamet, so we forgot about that. Yeah, they gave us Grayson back. Oh my gosh, so we traded 30. What did Memphis have in this draft though? Memphis had like 40. What did we give Memphis? They got our pick. What did did we just get rid of Favors and that's all we did? That sucks, bro. What a sucky draft, man. And I was, oh my gosh. 29 is the Suns. He was right. Shams was right. Don't trust the Shams, I guess. Let's see. And guess what? We can't make draft picks because our coach never plays them. So I guess I shouldn't be too sad, right? We never play our own players, and it's because everyone's unless anyone unless Quinn likes them, they don't play. That's basically it. And I know that's an obvious statement, but to be liked by Quinn, I don't know what that takes. You have to be if you're not on Quinn's good side, you better be just an absolute lights out shooter to get on the floor, I guess, because the needs to defend better is used as like an excuse a lot. A lot. So what did Utah get back? I'm like shaking with frustration. Guys, I hate everything. I hate everything. I hate all of... Oh my gosh. Why can't we be happy? The Jazz get 40 in 2 future seconds. If we get... Oh my gosh. Are we getting future seconds so we can trade away centers that we shouldn't have drafted? Let's see. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All right, so guess what? We're on this together and we got to find... I guess. I just... Sounds like 40 in 2 future seconds for the Jazz guys. I don't know. Jason Walker with a great point. Jazz had Sharif Cooper, Miles McBride, Jared Butler, and JT Thor on the board, and they traded the pick away. Man. Man. Oh my gosh. I just so pick 40 and 2 future seconds. So we get a pick later and um I don't get it. The Utah Jazz, oh my gosh. So I guess we are waiting to see what they get. Even longer. We're going to go 3 or 4 hours tonight, guys. Ah. All right, guys. So you're watching me live write an article. And we'll talk about it as I write it. What do you do as a cover image for an article about trading a number 30 for another 40? Like, they must like just some upside guys, but we don't play our young players, so I don't. Why do we draft at all? Why do we do any draft picks at all? I don't know. Guys, I'm so sad in my heart. Are you guys sad? Maybe you're happy. Hopefully you've got something that makes you happy in your life. Maybe we can still get Thor at 40. That's true, Eric. You might be right. Let's see. See ya, Furby. Have a good night. You've been here the whole night. It's amazing. Let's see. Alles Le Blue, ciao. Well, at least I can watch the draft now. Put a picture of Doke. That's pretty good. Alien ripping out of a thorax. Timothy, we traded the 30 for number 40 in 2 seconds. Get excited. Woo! Oh my gosh. Yep, it's just oh man. When you just think you can't have any more sadness in your heart, it just comes again. It just comes again. It's just pain in my soul, bro. And guess what? Thor and Butler are not going to be there. Oh my gosh. So, let's just see. I'm sorry, guys. We're just going to go live. This is not going to be the greatest live stream in the world you've ever been around. It's just not going to be the best. All right, so pain in my heart. But you know what? It is true. There are some nice guys. Man, if man, I'm so sad. I just I can never be happy, I guess. I'm gonna. Oh, okay. So 30 Santi Aldama, Spain. 31 Isaiah Todd. I don't care for Isaiah Todd, so that's nice. Another guy off the board that I don't care about too much. Oh, my basement is so freaking cold. Does anyone else get freaking cold in their basements? My goodness. Let's see. Shams is just going straight picks. Woj is giving the trade details. So shout out to Woj for helping me out. Let's see. So I'll get this up there. Um, Okay, let me just check on you guys. How are we doing? How are we doing, guys? Jazz going out not with a bang, but with a whimper. We appreciate every stream you do, James. I appreciate it too. You guys are amazing. You never know until it happens. We're gonna be happy with our 40 pick. I hope so. We might. We'll see, Timothy. It's gonna be okay. We have probably a few tricks left. All right, guys. You guys are awesome. Let me just write this real quick. I gotta before I do that, I gotta publish these updates from Anthony. We're running a blog and a live stream at the same time. I will say that getting 2 second round picks makes up for the fact that we've traded like 3 second round picks to offload centers that we draft. Can we please just not draft a center? Please. 2 future 2nd round picks. I'm like trying to type this thing and my fingers are freezing. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. I've got this ready. Okay. Okay. Yeah, guess what? For my image for this story, it's a hat. Okay. Okay. I'm back, guys. Sorry, I had to get that article up. It is now up. You can go see it at SLC Dunk, but I am sad. Let's catch up with what has happened in the meantime of getting that up. Let's go back. Anthony's been a champ. Let's see. So, how sad am I going to be right now? 30 goes Santi Aldama. I don't even know who that is. I'm not going to lie. That's the first time I heard. Isaiah Todd is like a nice stretch big, but he doesn't show much more than being able to shoot the three. So it's nice to be tall, but are you 5'47" if you're just a big that shoots? New York picks, and this was traded to, let's see, New York from Detroit via Philadelphia to LA Clippers, traded to Oklahoma City. Jeremiah Robinson Earl, solid player. Orlando traded to LA Clippers. Jason Preston. There's nice guys on the board. Okay. Maybe the Jazz have a crazy intel. I know that Justin Zanuck. I'm feeling a little hope. I'm feeling a little hope. A little hope. A little. Jared Butler's still on the board. That's crazy. There must be some real worries about his heart. Because he had some problems. And so, can you get him at 40? Oh. Sorry, I'm filling that in for you, Anthony, if you're watching. Traded to Utah. Number 40. Oh, I thought we were going to be done at 30. We are not. We are waiting to 40. We're riding this with Justin Zanuck, baby. Let's see. So, let's just get back on the board here. Let's make sure. Did I screw everything up? Oh, man. Sharif Cooper's still on the board. That's crazy, guys. Butler and McBride. I can't believe Cooper's still there. Oh, man. Knicks are like a well-run organization or something, which is something I never thought I'd say. I'm so freaking tired and cold in my heart and in my hands. It's like the hottest summer in the history of this freaking planet. The planet's like turning on fire. Everywhere's turning in freaking Arizona. And I'm freaking freezing in my basement. This Great Salt Lake's turning into nothing. It's going to be Salt City at some point because the lake is going to be gone. And I still am freezing in my basement. Oh my gosh, we get fleeced by the Knicks again. Oh my gosh. All right, let's go to Shams. Oh my gosh. Isaiah Todd, 32 is Robinson Earl. He's nice. We have a profile up on him on SLC Dunk. My brain is slowing down, guys. The hummus and the caffeine is wearing out. Oh. Eric C., we're going to be happy with our 40 pick. I think we are. Ayo Desunmu, still on board. Sharif Cooper, still on the board. Jared Butler, still on the board. Watch him go. JT Thor, still on the board. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Man, oh man, oh man. Oh man. Let us see. I mean, I guess I don't know what I should expect, man. I really don't. You know, I want to drop in and just let's get a fan reaction here. See what the boards are saying. Herb Jones at 35. Oh my gosh, it's behind on here on my computer. Pacers number 13 pick Duarte. Let's see. Jason Preston at 33. The Knicks are selecting Rokas Jokubaitis at 34. Oh my gosh. 35 Herb Jones. Herb is an incredible defender. That's one guy that I would not have mind the Jazz picking. I wonder if the Jazz are pissed because there were like little Jazz rumblings about Herb Jones. Herb Jones is an absolute dog on defense. His jump shot is about as effective as my jump shot, so we'll see if he can figure that out. But he is an incredible defender, athlete. Everything's amazing. So that's an interesting pick for whoever. Man, we're so freaking. I'm so cold. Ayo Dosunmu's really nice, guys. If he's on the board and the Jazz get him, oh my gosh, at 40, the Jazz must know something. Maybe Justin Zanuck is a wizard. But the Pelicans, okay, so the Pelicans get him at 35. Let's see. Herb Jones. So now Oklahoma City, this is New York at 36. Let's see what happens here. I've got to republish this. We're probably getting so many views on this. This is the dopest. Let's see. So let's just talk and chat. It's going to be okay, James. We probably have a few tricks left. I hope you're right, Timothy. I think you may be right. James Sadface is breaking my heart, Eric. We're going to be okay with the 40. Maybe there's guys on the board still. I'm actually getting a little excited. We have gotten Zanscaped. I think that the NBA's getting Zanscaped, baby. Is Zanuck a wizard? Is he a wizard? He might be a wizard. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I don't know, guys. I'm kind of getting excited here because there's still guys on the board. Sharif Cooper's still on the board. Sharif Cooper is nice, guys. There's people that had Sharif Cooper in the top 15. That guy is like 8+ assists per game, 8+ free throws per game, 80% free throw shooter, super fast, defends. Like, I don't know, like, yes, Davion Mitchell can shoot, but Sharif Cooper is like Davion Mitchell, who's a better playmaker and better at getting the free throw line. And just, I mean, he had like 3 games where he had 12+ assists. I'm like, and in college, that's nuts with the bad spacing in college, with the just, shorter amount of time. Sharif Cooper is going to come to the NBA, and he might be like, and he's not big. He's like 6 foot, 6'1", just like Davion Mitchell, but he is like arguably the quickest player in this draft. I'm like shivering. You know what? I got to get my electric blanket. We get our blankies because we're sad and we're cold. So they help with 2 things, 2 emotions. All right, let's see. They're coming in. The notifications are coming in. Nick's selecting West Virginia's Miles McBride. That's a good pick. Miles McBride is nice. Thunder. I mean, is it the Thunder through the Knicks or the Knicks through the Thunder? I don't know. But Miles McBride at 36 is nice. Dang it. He would have been nice. He was a nice defender. I would have been happy with Miles McBride. By the way, second best nickname in the draft for Miles McBride, Deuce McBride. Deuce is... All right, my blanket needs to heat up. Okay? Heal my heart. Heal my heart. Let's see, Justin is... We're talking about Manscaped? Let's give an ad. Guys, how's your man zone? Are you trading back to 40 because you like someone there? And is it at number 40? Is it someone as nice as Manscaped.com? Manscaped.com with code HoopsNerd20 saves you 20% off plus free shipping. Go to Manscaped.com and you can have these products. They're great. The Lawnmower 4.0 changed my life. I'm not even kidding, actually. It's really incredible. You will feel the cleanest and the nicest and the happiest you've ever been. The nose trimmer for us guys like me who are getting up there in the 30s. you can have nice, I'm losing the hair up here, but I'm losing it in here and in here because of Manscaped. Go get it, guys. Hoops Nerd 20. Go do it. Do it. If you're on the fence, go do it, because you'll have a better day tomorrow if the Jazz don't pick someone we like. That's the ad. Hoops Nerd 20, manscaped.com. Go do it if you haven't already. If you're on the fence, go do it. It's worth it. It's great. They're awesome. I love them. They're great. Shout out to Pablo. Or no, his name's not Pablo. I was calling Pablo. It's Dominic. Shout out to Dominic. All right. So we're at 37. The Jazz are close. Let's see what happens. Am I going to get sad? Maybe Jared Butler's still on the board. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's see. Dang it. I liked Miles McBride, so that's a nice pick. Charlotte, number 37, JT Thor. No. No. Nah. Okay. All right, well, maybe he won't be very good. Although if he turns into like the friggin' 6'9" power forward wing that switches on everyone and defends the perimeter, and we didn't get him, that's going to be really disappointing. Man. No. No. Ayo Dosunmu's still on the board, baby. Manifest Destiny, $2. Where's Key? I don't know. Key himself, my dude. Where is Key? He was messaging me on Twitter, actually, or he added me. Oh my gosh. Well, according to Andy Larson, if the Jazz get Jared Butler at 40, that's wild. That's wild. If the Jazz get Jared Butler at 40, that's like insane value. So, who do we got here? Right now we have Chicago on the board from New Orleans. JT Thor goes to Charlotte. Nice pick for the Charlotte Hornets, by the way. Thor is one of those guys that just has crazy upside. Like, I think he has a chance to be really, really solid. And he may be just too raw, or his shot is a little scary to me because it's one of those shots where it looks like it's someone pretending to be a good shooter. But man, all right, crap. What happened? No, dang it. So I can't show you my screen. Sometimes I see little tidbits in my things, but isn't that great? Great language. Tidbits in my things. Does that make sense? Manifest Destiny, $2. Thank you, sir. You're amazing. Thank you so much. How did the Jazz get a second round pick this year? So Utah is really good at trading picks away because we make bad picks the year before, but they traded the number 30 for number 40 and 2 second round picks from Memphis. So we got two second rounders from Memphis. Let's see. DW to CB, Butler madness. This is crazy, guys. If 39 is someone other than Butler, this is kind of wild. There were people that had Butler in the top 15. Sharif Cooper's still on the board. You have a choice between Sharif. Oh, dang it! That! Ayo Dosunmu just left. Dang it. I really liked Dosunmu. Son of a biscuit. Gosh dang it. Wow, Butler's on the board, though. Wow, Butler is on the board. That's crazy. Oh my gosh. The Jazz might get a nice player. Are we gonna suck? Are we gonna be good? What are we gonna do? Oh, I have the hiccups. I just gave myself the hiccups out of nerd energy. All right, let's see. Chicago. Okay, we got 39. Oh my gosh. We have a choice between Oh my gosh. The Jazz have a choice between Sharif Cooper and Jared Butler if they want either of those guys. Jared Butler's like 6'3", can shoot. Oh my heck. Oh my heck. Oh, the hiccups. We are drunk on Diet Mountain Dew and hope. Oh my gosh. Let's see. So, oh man, good for who was it that got JT Thor? I like JT Thor. I just rooting for that guy too. Chicago. Shout out to Chicago. That's a nice pick. We'll see if he turns into anything. Some of those teams that don't have a history. Sacramento's the stupidest team and the worst pick in the draft. Like nothing against oh, I'm losing my mind. Nothing against Davion Mitchell. I just don't think he should have gone to Sacramento. That was a bad spot for him. Oh my gosh! Did we get Ayo Dosunmu? What's going on? Oh my gosh! Butler's on the board, baby! He's on the board. He's on the board, baby! You've got to pick him. You have to pick Jared Butler! Nehemias Queta from Utah State at 39 to Sacramento. Jared Butler's on the board. Jared Butler, Sharif Cooper's on the board. Jared Butler's on the board. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Come on, Justin Zanuck. Come on, Justin Zanuck. Come on. Come on, Jay-Z, make me a happy man. Come on, Jay-Z. Make me a happy man. Come on, Jay-Z. Come on, Jay-Z. Come on, Jay-Z. Audrey's here. Come here, Audrey. Come here. Come here. Let's get. Oh, Jared Butler. Oh. Jared Butler's on the board. Audrey, what do you think? Should we get Jared Butler? Audrey, what do you think? Do you think Jared Butler? Do you think Jared Butler? What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? Oh, okay. I love you. Get down. Don't chew on that. He's on the board, baby. He's on the board, baby. Let's do this. Let's do this. Man, we've had everything tonight. We've had kids. We've had Audrey. We've had the Jazz trading back and still getting a chance at Jared Butler. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What's going to happen? Dosunmu at 38. So that makes me sad. He's really nice. But it's looking like, let's see. Come on, stupid. Why is this not updating at this? Guys, Audrey drives me crazy a little bit. She's a great dog. She's very kind, but she drives me crazy. All right, let's see. Deep draft. Butler to Bojan for the... we don't even need to trade for this. Oh, my gosh. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on. Make me happy. Make me happy. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Get the pick, baby. Oh my gosh, get this guy, bro. Oh, he might be really nice. Oh, I'm going to be sad, aren't I? I'm going to be sad. What's going on? Yes! Yes! Jared Butler! Yeah! 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 Yes! At 40! We got him at 40! Yeah! Yeah! Oh yeah, good one. Oh, oh, oh yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Audrey, it's okay. I'm okay. Yeah. 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 Okay, down. Go on. Go on. Go eat your bones. We got him. We got a good pick. Oh my gosh, we got a future starting point guard. Woo! Wow! 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 Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Zanuck for life, baby! Oh yeah! It's a new age! It's a new age! Yeah! Woo! 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 Jared Butler at 40 is insane. He was a top 20 guy. Top 20 guy. Some people had him top 10. Some people had him above Davion Mitchell. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. 3 hours. Worth it. 3 hours. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. We get 2 seconds out of it that we could package with favors to get rid of him. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Oh, baby. All right. Woo. Woo. Oh, it's so nice when things go nicely for once. Burp. Burp. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Audrey, I'm okay. Audrey's trying to save me. She thinks something's going wrong. I'm okay. I'm just happy. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Oh my gosh. I got to try to get Justin Zanuck on the podcast. Oh my gosh, guys. Oh my gosh. Joe Wieskamp goes 41. I can't believe Butler dropped to us. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Oh! We did it. Jared Butler at 40. Woo! Woo! Oh my gosh. Everyone. Justin Zanuck is a wizard. He is a wizard. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, man. Oh my gosh. Oh, we traded back and still got him. There were people that were looking at trading him on top 20. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, oh man. Jay-Z's a wizard, guys. Oh my gosh. Guys. We got Jared Butler for the 40. Oh my gosh, the basketball gods. I'll praise the basketball gods to I don't know. I'm so happy. I couldn't be more happy. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, Justin Zanuck couldn't have done a better job. He couldn't have done a better job than what he just did. Plus they got 2 seconds. You can attach second round picks to get rid of favors at this point. Oh my gosh. No. Hey. Goodbye, Dennis Lindsay and your centers. Bye. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm so happy. Oh, mamacita, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, man. Do we have more picks for the Jazz? All right, guys, I'm going to jump off. I know there's more things to go, but this has been a lot of fun. You guys are amazing. And guess what? And good backup for MC10, Donald Schooley. You're right. But guess what? He might be our starting point guard. At this point, he's like really good insurance. There's health concerns, which is why he dropped. But if he's okay, you can get this at the Jazz team store, I think. I like it. I actually got it as a gift, not from the Jazz, but through my work. It was like a gift for buying media through the Jazz, so it was nice. But Jazz team store, guys. It's the... Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. Oh, I was so scared. But now I'm happy. Guys, you're amazing. We're going to keep doing stuff. I'll do some draft grades tomorrow. I'm so happy. So happy. What a nice night for the Jazz. This was really fun. Eric C., you're amazing. You were right. The Jazz, we were still happy. Eric C. was right. Unbelievable. Round of applause, everybody, for Justin Zanuck. Justin did it. Just in time, Justin Zanuck, baby. Oh, what a nice night, guys. I'm going to check out now. I've got to write an article for this. Incredible stuff for the Jazz tonight. What a nice night for the Jazz. Things are looking up. In a draft and an offseason that was looking scary, Utah all of a sudden can also make other moves. Now they can maybe trade certain players to free up cap space. We'll see. Or they'll run it back with a nice backup point guard at worst. It's really nice pickup for the Jazz. Guys, I will talk to you next time. Bye.